Peace, peace, peace. What's up, everybody, man? We're gonna literally go right back to where we left off at, far as exposing the tethers, right? The Jamaicans, the Spanish, definitely the Africans. You see, even after the video that I put up, what was that, a few days ago, you can still look in the comment section. And I'm talking about the video with the older Jamaican guy who basically was letting Busta Rhymes know that basically that they are pirates. They took Black American music and they did not originate nothing. Those are not my words. That is that man's words. But when you look into the comment section, you can see that people are still feeling like they created our culture. Now, what is definition of culture? Pretty much it's your customs. Pretty much it's your music. Pretty much is your way of dance, your food, the dialect, your customs, your traditions, your inventions, all of those things combined. And if I miss music, then it's your music most definitely, because you know why? Music is the expression of your culture. Culture musically is basically an expression of your culture that's being explained through sound, through music. That's what really music is when it's regionally. Your music reflects how you live, your culture. So when y'all come here, y'all really feel like y'all were a part of our story. The book is a foundational book. It's our story. When y'all fleeing behind, so I'm gonna try to be respectful, then again, I'm not. It is what it is. Because y'all trying to conquer our culture, y'all colonizing our culture. And they're getting mad at us because we putting y'all in your place. And then y'all say, oh, can we all just get along? Why y'all speaking to us but not speaking to your people? But when y'all come over here from y'all land, y'all are getting into a culture that was already brewing, that's already established, which is already the foundation of. Y'all making it seem like y'all had a stake in our creation. But I'm not going to talk your head off. We're going to get right to it. Hey, everybody, please share. I did this earlier. I got some good information here. Just is a couple of videos that I forgot to add to this. And I'm letting y'all know right now that, hold on. Matter of fact, let me see. Real quick. Everybody, please do me a favor. Please share. Because this is going to be good. I really didn't want to go live. I just wanted to make it to a video. But please make sure you go, like, share this, please, if y'all don't mind. Please hit the like button and please share. Can y'all please share? It's not going to kill y'all. That's all I'm asking. Just share. This is going to be a real good one. And just to let y'all know that when it comes down to ska and reggae, Rosco Gordon, I didn't know that. Rosco Gordon is behind that. So we going to keep it pushing. I just want to add a couple of more things that I found as far as Rosco Gordon and one other video. This is the only reason why I'm doing it live, because I wanted to add those videos in. So let's keep it pushing. I'm not even going to hold y'all. Let's go. But thank y'all for being here. But please just share. That's all I'm asking. I always edit, so I'm not tripping. Now check it out, everybody. Now check it out. And let me say this, it's going to be a little lengthy, so please bear with me and stay with me and make sure y'all share. Share. Make sure y'all share this. Put me in the algorithms, all right? I would have went live, but I'm like, nah, I'm not even going to do all that. We're going to get right to it. Please share. Make sure you like and pay attention. Let's get right to it because I'm really tired of y'all. I'm tired of y'all Caribbean colonizers. If you are cool, we're not talking about you. But if you're not putting your people in check, that means you are content with your own people trying to colonize and rewrite our fucking story. You Hispanics too, and you Africans too. Okay? Let's get to it.
Back in Jamaica, jazz and soul started to become a big influence in their music, and with that came R&B from the US.
At the time, it was rhythm and blues. Well, Jamaica plays most American stations. They couldn't pick up English station because we're near America. So all the music we're hearing all the time was always American music.
This is because following World War II, many Jamaicans regularly traveled into southern states of the US on seasonal farm work. This is where they encountered Americans holding block parties, playing jazz, soul, and R&B from speaker boxes. Jamaicans living in the ghettos of Kingston would have financially found it difficult to obtain new music or see any live gigs at the time. Due to the demand and the lack of live music, three gentlemen took the initiative to supply and play recorded music to parties and dance halls in downtown Kingston. Count Goody, Count Nicholas, and Tom Wong. Tom Wong was a hardware store owner. He would take the music and the equipment to play music at block parties every Friday and Saturday. The crowd loved him, giving him his name.
Let's not ever get it twisted. We've been doing block parties as well in the streets since the early 1900s. You could do the Googles. I already did all that. I don't want to make this more longer than what it's going to be. But we've been doing that too, just in case y'all act like y'all the only one that partied and barbecued and danced outside.
And Tom, boy, you're great, man, and clapping him. So my friend just called and said, you are great, man. I went to call the great Sebastian, and that name falls on him from that night.
This would become the start of a whole new subculture within the music world, beginning in Jamaica, thus bringing the community together. One day, Tom's car needed a tire change, and luckily a guy called Shine Shoes Vinny was there to help. With his assistance, Tom gave this gentleman the opportunity to become the selector, the specialist in choosing what tracks to play. His name was Vincent Forbes, also known as Duke Vin, as he would operate the first sound system in the UK.
Coxon went to American farm work and he came back and he started the sound business. Duke Reid used to be in selling booze. That's how he started.
When I used to listen to Coxons and Duke Reid, they used to have two dance halls in Kingston, Foresters Hall and Kingsland, facing each other. Coxon would be on one side, Duke Reid would be on side, and a million people out in the street fighting for getting, you know, and it's all rhythm and blues.
Coxon used to go over there and
all rhythm and blues. All rhythm and blues. Who culture is that? So before y'all really start even going over there to permanently live, because y'all was going over there with temporary working visas to work in the sugarcane fields in Florida and things of that nature, right? Before y'all really came there, y'all was already listening to our music. So what does that mean? That means it's already culture there. It's already culture is music. It's the way of dressing, the way of the slang, the talk, the cool, the vernacular. Everything that y'all did not have or create. The only thing y'all did was mimic. Okay? Let's get that totally straight. This is before y'all motherfuckers start coming over there to live. In droves. We already have, many years before, we already had culture there that you had nothing to do with. Were we copying what y'all was doing? No, because y'all had no sound.
buys the record and then he brings them back. He scratch out all the labels. So you would know who sings it. You couldn't buy it. There was no up-and-coming local artist. There was no Jamaican music at the time.
Can I rewind that again? Can I rewind that one more time?
There was no up-and-coming local artist. There was no Jamaican music at the time. There was no up-and-coming local artist. There was no Jamaican music at the time. Couldn't buy it. There was no up-and-coming local artist. There was no Jamaican music. You couldn't buy it. There was no up-and-coming local artist. There was no Jamaican music at the time.
No motherfucking Jamaican music. Bumba. I should have hooked up my sound effects. I have my sound effects, and I should have put it on there because I'm frustrated putting this shit together. Because y'all still don't get it. After all the evidence that we show, y'all still find it in your arrogant, colonistic mind to make it seem like we got stuff from you. We not being divisive. You are being a colonizer, and we seeing all of y'all for who y'all are. And y'all get mad at us. And look in the comments under the video that I put up about the older Jamaican guy going at Busta Rhymes. Look at the comments. Look at the Caribbean people in the comment section. Just look, I'm not going there. You go there. And just check it out and see for yourself. But he said, what now?
There was no up-and-coming local artist. There was no Jamaican music at the time. Few little calypso thing, but all the record was North America.
Jamaican origins of outdoor sound systems. AM radio at many stations were limited by the broadcast day, as special licenses were required to transmit at night. Those that had such licenses were heard far out to sea and in the Caribbean, where Jocko Henderson and Jockey Jack were American DJs that were listened to at night from broadcast transmitters that were located in Miami, Florida. Jocko came to have an out.
Said they wasn't even listening to music from. Look in the comment section under the video with the Jamaican guy talking about Busta Rhymes. They said there wasn't no music coming from. They was not listening to no music from Miami, only Louisiana. Bring it back just a little bit. I'm tired of y'all niggas. Like, I'm really having a disdain for y'all. Not all, but the majority. Because y'all really trying to erase y'all are. Oh, I got another word, but y'all colonize it. Let's keep it going because I got enough to show y'all.
Broadcast transmitters that were located in Miami, Florida. Jocko came to have an outsized influence on Jamaican MCs during the 50s as the R&B music played on Miami stations was different from that played on JBC, which rebroadcast BBC and local music styles. In Jamaica, DJs would set up large sound systems in towns and villages out on the roadside, playing music for informal gatherings, mostly folks who wandered down from country hills looking for excitement at the end of the week. There the DJs would allow toasts by an MC, which copied the style of the American DJs listened to on AM transistor radios.
I already played what Cox already said. Because it was Cox and Dodd. The one that was going against each other playing rhythm and blues music outside in Kingston. He told you that he got it from us. If I find a clip, I'll play it down the road. I'll play it down the road. If they play it here, cool. I don't know. But I'm just saying, they copied everything, even the sound system. They said there was a guy in Jamaica who created the sound system. I should have looked into it, but I got distracted. How is it that Cox had to go to Florida, work in the sugarcane field, go to a juke joint where our people was at, no tethers, no Caribbeans, none of you motherfuckers, because I was just coming to work and take your ass back on the ship, back home. Seen the jukebox, looked at it, seen the sound coming out of it, got an idea, mailed and shipped amps back to Jamaica, amps, and made a diagram of a jukebox and created the speaker sound system. Who was the influence?
It was by this method that jive talk, rapping and rhyming was transposed to the island, and locally the style was transformed by Jamaican lyricism, or the locals' patois.
Dancehall's roots, like reggae's, were the sound systems of the late 1950s and early 1960s. Sound systems were essentially giant portable record sets. Competition among the various sets was intense, and each had DJs whose job was to get the crowd dance happy and earn the set an exciting street reputation. Sound system DJing, where the record selector talked over the records, encouraging dancers to move and groove, was probably a direct offshoot of what Jamaicans heard overseas or at nights on southern U.S. radio stations.
No, they said it out their mouth, and I already played those people. I should add it. I should incorporate those too. I already played it already. These are old videos of the pioneers of toasting and talking over the radio over the sounds, they tell you where they got it from. The pioneers, so that means there's no one beyond them. They are the first. And they tell you where they got their influence from. But no, y'all want to be arrogant.
Sir Coxsone Dodd is supposed to have introduced the idea of toasting into the sound system dance halls, instructing his chief DJ Count Machuki on how to copy the rhyming, jive hipster, bebop sounds of U.S. R&B radio DJs like Douglas, Jocko, Henderson, Vernon, Daddy-O Winslow, and Clarence, Papa Stappa.
Sorry, let me correct myself. Coxsone Dodd is that's the name. And the other person that Coxsone Dodd were battling, playing R&B music. So I made it seem like it was Coxsone and Dodd. So I stand corrected. Pardon me. It was the other guy. I forgot his name. All right, let's go.
Point 3, another big influence may have been the American boxer Cassius Clay, later Muhammad Ali, of course. Clay, Ali was extremely popular in Jamaica, achieving an almost heroic status. Jamaicans admired his good looks, style, and refusal to be pushed around by what he considered unjust authorities.
There was Tom.
This is Coxsone Dodd. This is him right here. I didn't watch this whole thing. This is my natural reaction.
The great Sebastian.
I played this.
He had a sound system which I used to go by on weekend and listen. He was playing rhythm and blues too. He was playing a lot of Wyoming Harris and stuff like that.
Well, I first met Mr. Dodd through a DJ that he had by the name of Count Machuki, who was the first disc jockey in Jamaica at the time.
Was he speaking?
No, the speaking wasn't really in the swing. I came back and changed that.
Nigga, fuck a can opener. That nigga with that tooth, nigga, he could bust a fucking can wide the fuck open, nigga. He'll bust a flat in your tire, a 18-wheeler.
He did a lot of toasting, you know.
Did you get that idea from America?
America, right. And then I got together with Count Machuki and, you know, would just toast to him like I've heard it on the radio station.
No, well, Coxsone wasn't the first sound system, but Coxsone's sound system was the first sound system to create disc jockeys that would use the microphone in between records. All the other DJs before our time, they would only just put on the records or either dance with a girl or drink a beer, but it wasn't anything exciting.
No.
Count Machuki and myself, we are the two persons that started this mic business.
The way they rap, you felt involved because it sounded like they're rapping especially to you, you know. And this is stuff we came back to Jamaica with, that our sound took off because my song was the only song that doing stuff like that.
His song was the only song doing stuff like that. Why we have to continuously prove ourselves to y'all when y'all don't have a history? When y'all seen us and came around us, that's when it's y'all trying to destiny swap us. We already have a stake in United States. Bars. We've been here before it was named United States, and we are the foundation of what United States is because it was built from our labor. Y'all have nothing to do with our story. That's the thing. And I'm not targeting a specific group. I'm talking about all of you, you Caribbeans, you fucking Hispanics, and you fucking Africans, all of you. We already had a stake here. Y'all came here for a better life. The doors that we kicked down for y'all to come here. And we so nice and thought y'all was family and culturally open our doors. You cannot say we never open our doors. We open our doors culturally to invaders, to the tellers who sat at the door, like the spook who sat at the door, tellers who sat at the door. We have no friends. And y'all only here to take and colonize, as we can see as of today. Tell me the camaraderie we shared. I got more videos to go. So let's continue, man. Now this is the man they all referring to that probably don't even know who created ska and reggae. His name is Clement Seymour Dodd, aka Sir Coxsone Dodd, the guy we just spoke. This man goes back to 1955. He told the whole social media the truth about how he came back from the America in 1960 and brung toasting to Jamaica and still gonna come with the foolishness.
Get the idea to
I've played all of this before already.
Well, in the early days, it was a popular thing of the recruiting men for Florida, you know.
I'm gonna end on this note.
Working fruit or vegetable.
Oh yeah,
or the sugar cane. But that was like the idea of early means of making some good money within a short period.
So was everyone Jamaican?
Yeah, all Jamaican.
So did you mix with the Americans at all, or?
Well, at work. Yeah, at work we mix with it. And weekend, you know, when you go party, you mix a lot with the...
See, they really didn't really mix with us. Only at work when you're working. And then when he comes down to study our music and see what's going on and copy and create a diagram, look at what we got, take what we got and ship it back to Jamaica and create his own. But the thing that I respect about him and the rest of the OG Jamaicans, they literally kept it 100. You motherfuckers today can't trust y'all because y'all don't even, the truth is out there, but y'all choose to even look at it. Y'all want to go with your own narrative, which makes y'all more dangerous. I don't need to play this. I really don't need to play it because we already know what it is. But let me do this before I play some more videos because I definitely got some videos. Kool Herc, everything. But let me say this to y'all real quick. Damn, 21 minutes already. Wow. Okay. Let me just read this to y'all real quick. Check it out. Right? Kool Herc, because we're gonna set it off with Kool Herc. Kool Herc came to America in 1967. He was 12 years old. Now check it out. Let's go to what was already in America before Kool Herc brung his ass to the Bronx. It was already culture there. It was already music there. It was already DJs there. It was always a style there. There was clothing. There was the way of talking. There was the way of living before this man came around. Stop making it seem like he came and brung something when y'all was copying us from the giddy up. We never copied any of y'all. Anybody. If we're going to talk about them Africans because we showed y'all so much love and then wearing with the African medallions and this, that, and the third. Y'all just had to really destiny swap, and that was our fault. But I'm glad we delineating. We still got some more people who are still trapped in that brotherly love mindset, but we ain't tripping. But let me get back to this dude when he came here at 67 when he was 12. So I looked at all the genres of music from the 60s to the 80s. It's real quick. It's not even that long. He came here 12 years old, 67. So we got soul music at the time, late 60s to the 70s, deep emotional vocals. I don't hear none of that shit over there. They trying to be the impressions out there and goddamn in Jamaica. Oh, I got when Bob Marley started too at the end. Check it out. And this is no disrespect. This is a history lesson. Major artists: Aretha, Otis Redding, Al Green, Curtis Mayfield, Gladys Knight, and the Pips, amongst others. I try to just condense it so I have to do a whole long list. So the names that I'm missing is purposely done. Fuck. Classic songs: Respect, 1967. Okay? So imagine the songs before. Not even that. Sitting on the dock of the bay. Let's stay together. People get ready. Midnight Train to Georgia. Okay? Now we got funk, late 60s to the 80s. Heavy bass line, groove, drums, dance rhythms. None of that slow shit. Y'all didn't even have that yet. Y'all still did not have y'all music yet. That's the crazy thing. Reggae still did not exist yet. Lord have mercy. Major artists: James Brown, Parliament Funkadelic, Sly and the Family Stone, the Ohio Players, and motherfucking Ray James. Classic songs: Cold Sweat. Say it out. Black and I'm motherfucking proud. Thank you. And all that shit. Flash, that's my favorite song. Flashlight is my favorite song. My mom gave me a 45. I broke the shit the same day. He was mad as fuck. And give it to me, baby. Give it to me, baby. By motherfucking Rick James. Motown sound, Detroit Black American pop soul crossover sound. Major artists: The Temptations, Marvin Gaye, Stevie Wonder, The Jackson 5, Diana Ross. Classic songs: I Heard It Through the Grapevine. What's going on? We already having conscious music talking. Come on, Marvin Gaye. What's going on? This another song. But anyway, what's going on? We got Superstition. We got ABC. Ain't Too Proud to Beg. Philadelphia Soul. Are you kidding me? Smooth orchestration. Lush arrangement. Elegant groove. There's nothing coming out of no goddamn African country, no goddamn Latin country, and no motherfucking Jamaican country, none Caribbean. I got y'all little calypso. Nothing wrong with that. It's cool, but it's not us. It's cool, but it's not rhythm and blues bars. It's cool, but it ain't funk. The OJs, Harold and Melvin and the Blue Notes, Teddy P, the Stylistics, Love Train. Love Train, that's crazy. If you don't know me by now, betcha golly wow. We got disco, late 70s, dance floor, heavily rooted in Black American funk and soul. Major artists, beautiful Donna Summers and the fine-ass Chic. Them ladies was fine as hell, too. Kool and the Gang, Earth, Wind, and Fire. Classic songs, Let's Dance to Free. Freak out. That's it. Say, she, freak out. Was y'all rocking it out? Was y'all making any music even compared to that song, period? No. Ladies' Night, September 1978. We got jazz fusion with Black experience jazz. We got jazz mixed with funk, rock, soul, in rhythms, right? Major artists: Miles Davis, Herbie Hancock, Roy Ayers, Jill Scott Heron. We got Bitches Brew, Chameleon. Everybody Loves the Sunshine. Woo. Everybody loves the sunshine. The revolution would not be televised. Jill Scott. We got gospel, modern Black gospel, church rooted music involving the soul and funk. We know that's way back. We got the Staples sisters, Andrea Crouch, Shirley Caesar. We got blues and Southern soul. This is going all the way back. We going way back now. B.B. King, Bobby Blue Bland, motherfucker. Johnny Taylor, The Thrill Is Gone. Who's Making Love? Okay. Now we got early hip hop, pro rap, born in Black American communities. They got these goddamn culture vultures. We got DJ Kool Herc, Grandmaster Fat. All of them niggas is vultures. And I'm gonna show y'all some shit. And the Crying Storm, let's skip all that. The Black Rock, then we got Jimi Hendrix, which is my aunt's first cousin. A Funkadelic War. We got Purple Haze, Maggot Brain. Maggot Brain is that shit. Maggot Brain is off the album of the Funkadelics of Parliament. It's a solo guitar song. Solo. He goes crazy on that shit. It's called Maggot Brain. Okay, the album cover is the girl with the afro and she's covered up to her neck in dirt, screaming like that. Salute to that. And Low Rider, which is created by Foundation of Black Americans. Now, Bob Marley really began openly making Rastafarian into music around 1973. Let's keep it pushing. Let's keep it pushing, man. Let's keep it pushing because this is going to be a history lesson. There's so much I can play. It's really so much I can literally play. And I mean, it's a lot. And I got a lot right now. How much? 29 minutes? We're going to get right to it, baby. Let's get right to it, man. Because I'm actually tired of y'all literally trying to be a fucking vulture. Hold on. That got, oh, shit. Come on. Okay, so I'm going to have to do it again. Okay, come on. Now, when was the first time you heard an actual DJ and rap? You remember that first time you actually heard it? Now, check it. Doing
the first I heard back in the disco days.
Check it out. Let me bring it back.
Then we had in the Bronx DJ P.
When did you see like the first, dancing? Now, I downloaded these videos and it's not in synchronized order. So y'all gotta forgive me. It's not in synchronized order. But everything is parallel and it's all, you know what I'm saying, is relative to the whole conversation. So, but I will get to I'm gonna get to Kool Herc and everything. So everything is in this thing right here. As you can see, it's 22 videos that I'm gonna play, then I'm gonna get out of here. So, but this one right here, listen to Bambaataa, who his influences were, right? And who inspired him, who was playing the same music that these motherfuckers is getting credit for. He explains it here. But as you see, who's gonna be sitting on this panel is nothing but people who is not foundational Black Americans. It seems like, has this been the play all along? Because these motherfuckers ain't shit without being around us. That's what I'm trying to figure this shit out. Y'all motherfuckers came in and copied everything we did and took credit. When we look at your background, y'all, this is why I'm not even tackling Puerto Ricans, because I know y'all history. Y'all was the first students, but y'all are cosplayers. I'm not even, no disrespect, but I'm not even worrying about y'all. Y'all trying to. Y'all history, man, listen, and ain't even no disrespect, but we know. Hey, do me a favor, y'all. Please do me a favor. This is why I don't go live. I just put up videos. Please do me a favor. Please make sure that you share this live. Please, definitely share this live. I will gladly appreciate y'all. Thank you in advance. I'm going to bring my homegirl up in a minute, in a good 20 minutes, because I got some good videos, man. And I want to add on to a video literally right after this, because there's only 2 videos that I missed to put in there. And I just want, this is why I went live, so I can add those 2, and that's it. But anyway, please share this live. Please share this live. Please share. And somebody in the comment section said that Busta Rhymes and somebody else, Pete Rock, they from Jamaica, but they was born in America. Some shit. So they Black American. No, you're not. Y'all are. That's the thing. Let me just say this and keep it pushing. Because anyway, y'all born in you are immigrant Americans. That don't mean you us. If I was born in Jamaica, does that make me a Jamaican? Technically. But I will be a Yankee American according to them. Or not a real Jamaican according to them. I am a yard Jamaican according to them. I wouldn't be considered a real Jamaican because it's not a lineage. It's not culture. I'm not culturally, that's not my culture. I was born here, but that's not where my lineage go back to. You think what I'm saying? So I'm just assimilating to a culture that's already there. That don't make me a full Jamaican. So y'all being born here or come here, your first gens, this and all that, you're not foundational Black American. You are a first gen, second gen, third gen immigrant. You are immigrant American. You're not, y'all can't say y'all Black when y'all fucking want to be Black. Y'all gotta stop that shit. You know what I mean? So if you're born here, you're not a Black American. You are a immigrant American. You're not us. Because y'all think because y'all born here, that automatically makes sure you foundational. No, bitch, you're not. That's not your lineage or your culture. So when y'all grow up in it, you make it seem like, oh, now I'm a part of this culture. No, bitch, you still an outsider. You was just born in and assimilated to the culture that's already there. You don't have a history here. Y'all, what? Look, I don't understand the thought process of people who don't think right. I know I have my slow moments. I said this to somebody before. Listen, look, hey, y'all can call me retarded, but I'm a functioning retard, motherfucker. So however you want to put it, I'm a functional retard, motherfucker. But I know I'm smart. But I'm just saying something is mentally disturbing about how y'all process y'all being born here. You not me and I'm not you. You an immigrant American acting like a foundational Black American. Man, kiss my ass. Let's continue, please. I don't even want to be here that long. I even want to go live just to let y'all know that shit. Okay? But thank y'all for being here and please share again. Thank you. Oh shit, I hit the wrong one. Hold on. I'm sorry. Hold on. My bad. Hold on, shout it. Oh, damn, y'all was racist towards the Afro-Cuban music community. That's why what was that fucking that kind of not salsa because that's blended with all it was fantastic. It was something. Y'all been racist. Right. Anyway, and that's why this is my last interjection until I showed the other videos after this Bambaataa video. Perfectly. Y'all could be born here. A yardman born out here in fucking United States, in Brooklyn or wherever, and go to Jamaica. They would treat you fucked up. You not a real Jamaican. So how the fuck you think you're a real Black American because you born here? Get the fuck out of here, man. Y'all got to stop this shit. Y'all really got to go ahead and just go home, man. Shit. Just look at this shit, man. I'm tired of fucking talking to you.
First time you heard an actual DJ and rapper. You remember that first time you actually heard it and who was doing it?
Well, of course, I heard it back in the disco days.
And I'm hot.
You know, I was small coming up with DJ Jones, Maguire, Flowers and Plumbers. Then we had in the Bronx, Kool DJ D.
When did you see?
Kool DJ D is the one that taught him. Kool DJ D and Tyrone, the mixologist, rest in peace, he died like probably 3 years ago. They was getting their electricity from Bambaataa's crib. You know, when you put the wire, you know what I'm saying? You use somebody's outlet in their crib, the long orange wire, you go into the, the park and shit like that, this, that, and the third. He learned from him. And I'm going to get Kool. I got Kool DJ Kool D share that. Okay? And he says it right here. Kool D is the one that inspired him. So why is these fucking colonizers getting all the credit? And we do know that the photo shoot with them three, it was a whole bunch of people, other DJs and stuff that took pictures there. But they kept those three and gave them to be the father of hip hop. When other people was like, how can this be? And motherfuckers ran with that shit for the past 40 years.
Like the first,
we bring it back.
Now, when was the first time you heard an actual DJ and rapper? You remember that first time you actually heard it and who was doing it?
Of course, I heard it back in the disco days or whatever, I was small coming up with DJ Jones, Maguire,
Foundational. Foundational. Foundational.
DJ D.
When did you see like the first, dancers? Because we got Crazy Legs over here. When did that introduce into the scene?
Now, let me just say this because he said P.T.J. Jones, who was a foundational Black American, who Grandmaster Flash was his crane carrier, his record carrier. Grandmaster Flash got his name from a Brooklyn DJ. I already said this already in this thing. From DJ Flowers, the big nigga in Brooklyn with the big sound system. P.T.J. Jones was making his own sound systems. 2 turntables and a mic. It's so many that these tethering parasites got their shit from. This is the video that I wasn't able to I forgot to add in, so I'm about to play it now, which is Cool DJ D, who is for Bambaataa. Bambaataa was watching DJ Cool D and Tyrone the mixologist, who was already scratching before Kool Herc. And Grand Wizard Theodore was scratching before a Flash and all that stuff. So it's like, y'all, this is why I don't understand. I know I do understand, but I'm just glad that we are setting the record straight now. And the pioneers have already came out and just cleared the air. Just play this real quick, y'all. I swear, I really don't want to make this long because this is like an hour and some change, but it's good. It's really good. And I want to get to the part of Rosco Gordon, because Rosco Gordon is a foundational Black American who's from Tennessee. One of them. Matter of fact, hold on, because I got this shit right here. Hold on, I got it pulled up right here. Rosco Gordon, born in 1928, died in 2002. Influential American blues singer, pianist, and songwriter, a pioneer of the Memphis blues style, and a member of the legendary Beale Streeters, along with B.B. King. He is best known for his hits like Booted and No More Dogging. Check it out. Check it out. Here it is. And I got video to prove it too. So, but I'm reading the little discography. The Rosco rhythm. Gordon pioneered a distinct, let me make sure y'all can see. Y'all see me? All right, cool. I think y'all can. All right. The Rosco rhythm. Gordon pioneered a distinct offbeat piano shuffle rhythm that directly influenced the development of Jamaican ska and reggae music. We gonna get to that in a minute, but let me just play this video right here. All right, all I ask is y'all for the please share, man. That's all I ask y'all. Just please share. If y'all ain't shared, then just get the hell out of here. All right, fuck all that. Excuse my language, but fuck it. Oh, this is the African influence. But let's go to what's the name first. Let's go to DJ Cool D first. Rest in peace to his brother Tyrone the mixologist. It's only 1 minute and 44 seconds. Hopefully y'all can hear it. And let me shut up.
Okay, so when did you first play Bronx River? Do you remember? I played Bronx River about 74. 74? And tell me more about that. Bronx River, I said, everybody in the circle. And electricity in that at the time. Okay. From his house. Yeah. The first time, I think back when that close to equipment and stuff like that. Okay. Was he DJing at that time? No, he wasn't. He wasn't.
No.
Okay. You said before that you inspired them. Was that his inspiration to start DJing? Yeah. He asked a lot of questions. He brought out records when you play it. So he brought out the like, wow. He tells you yourself that I'm his voice. Oh, yeah? I know that's, yeah. Okay. So that was, you say, 74? Yes. Okay. So are you saying like that was like one of the projects, like Bronxville, the start of Bronxville? Did y'all play Soundview at all? We played Soundview. Soundview. We played Soundview. We played Monroe. Right.
Long story short, this is Tyrone, the mixologist. That's his brother. They brothers. They actually from Brooklyn via North Carolina. He passed away 3 years ago. Tyrone, the mixologist. God bless his soul. Let's give him a moment of silence real quick. God bless your soul, King. this guy, DJ Kool D, and his brother were already playing hip-hop music. This is before Bambaataa. How did Bambaataa, Flash, and fucking Kool Herc be the fathers of this shit? When they studied, the culture was already there, and they already playing our music. Anyway, I said a lot in this live anyway, so I don't want to keep saying the same shit I'm saying now that I'm going to repeat once I finish pressing play. All right, so we got some more videos to go. Hopefully y'all heard it. Did y'all hear it? Please, did y'all hear it? Did you hear this video clear? Please press 1, and let's get right to it because I don't want to hold y'all up. I don't really want, and I gotta do more videos tonight. So there's more shit I gotta do once I finish this. All right. Where I'm at. Okay. Cool. Let me hurry up. I don't want to keep y'all too long. And I ain't going live no time soon. So, all right, let's go. Come on, bitch.
How many years after that?
The breakdancing came before the whole rap cultural movement. You know, we had it in the black space.
That's when I caught my eye on Flash. It was around.
All of these tethers is speaking up for a culture that they literally stole. And we know fucking Crazy Legs, them niggas came later in the 80s, dancing for change in the subway, doing the fucking breakdancing. That's how it started. They started by panhandling, dancing on the cardboards to get fucking spare change in the subway. Okay? And that's how they was able to get into that fucking movie. It wasn't Y Style, one of them motherfuckers. Beat Street.
You want the battle, right? No, I didn't want to battle because I was fat. I was big in the life.
And don't forget that Grandmaster Flash got his name from a Brooklyn DJ, Grandmaster Flowers, who had the biggest fucking sound systems, man. Y'all, this is what I want y'all Jamaicans to do, and you Hispanics to do, and you Africans, give us, instead of talking, create videos with tangible evidence to prove otherwise. Show us, go against your own pioneers and telling y'all where they got the influence from. Let me shut up because I've been here long enough.
You know, when everybody got that record, the brown, I was like, this motherfucker, cool, you know what I'm saying? So, Flash, when I seen him doing what he was doing, I'm thinking to myself, yo, I know some of these records that he's playing. I'm like, I can do this, you know? And I saw what he was doing, and I'm like, I know I could do this, you know? So I went back and I started practicing and trying to get it and and I finally.
You were mimicking what you see him doing?
I was seeing Flash, you know. They say Latinos created hip hop. That's not true.
No.
I'm gonna bring that back, but say how the trickle down of influence. He was seeing what somebody else is doing. Grandmaster Flash was that PTJ Jones crate boy. He carried the crates of music, so he was learning from the OGs who he was building his own sound systems. The OG DJs, and he wasn't even Grandmaster Flash at that time. He was carrying crates for PTJ Jones. If I'm saying it right, if I'm not saying it right, I stand corrected. But y'all know who I'm talking about. He was influenced by us. Let's continue. And let's bring back what he just said again.
And I'm like, I know I could do this, you know? So I went back and I started practicing and trying to get it and I finally.
You were mimicking what you see him doing?
What I was seeing, Flash, you know. Listen, they say Latinos created hip hop. That's not true.
No, absolutely right.
Let me ask you something, because we had Crazy Legs up here. And this is the first time I ever heard anybody say this. Crazy Legs was kind of like, Kirk wasn't the first person to play hip hop.
And he wasn't.
Well, I don't know if he said to play hip hop, but
he kind of like, he said
that party wasn't necessarily the date, which he kind of said in the beginning. Right. Wasn't the date that started hip hop necessarily.
Right. And I thought I was going to receive 3,500 4,000,000 calls. What the fuck? And I'm going to be honest, Charlie Chase. I didn't get that one phone call. Right. Not one person said Crazy Legs was lying.
Right.
Yeah, nobody.
Did you? No. This is our first time we're talking about it. Right.
I thought we were gonna get. I thought it was gonna be. I thought we was going. And I think to be exact, he said the party in terms of the date, and that there was other DJs around that kind of before. He was doing what he was doing already. That's what he kind of more or less said. I definitely need your opinion on that.
Well, okay. It all depends. I guess everybody understood the context that Crazy Legs was putting it in, right? Yeah. Okay, I can get that. Mm-hmm. I can kind of see where he's coming from for that, because there are questions. Not taking anything away from Herc, because he did what he did when he started, and that's the point that everybody knows. That everybody, it's like a record comes out, everybody knows the popular version, but nobody really heard the joint underground version, right? So I wasn't there, I don't know, but I know people that were there. If I was my business partner was here, because he knows he could speak to this. When the gangs were fighting, and Bambaataa was the one who unified the gangs, right? Yeah, right. He was playing music for them at the time. He was already entertaining them doing this, and this was pre Kool Herc.
And pre Kool Herc, right? Bambaataa, pre Kool Herc, right?
Wait, hold on. DJ FaZe, what's good, son? What's good? That's the homie right there. You can't stay long. Yo, we gotta do another show, my G. But if you still in here, man, salute to you, King. Salute to DJ FaZe in the motherfucking house, who was actually around at that time. So salute to DJ FaZe, man. Peace, King. Bambaataa, DJ Kool D. So y'all reference point is from people who don't even know who was before that. Busta fucking Rhymes, crusty ass KRS-One. We listening to these people who was there in those real times. They are going off of that last reference or who. Matter of fact, if you want to jump on real quick, I know BX you in there. If you want to jump on real quick, that's fine. Let me throw the link in there real quick. If you want to jump on just for a split second, DJ FaZe, please bring your ass. Pause too, but you know what I mean. It's all love. So BX and DJ FaZe, please hit that link, man. If you want to jump on and shed some light real quick, please do, man. Let's get right to it. This person was. It's really instead of speaking to the person who they revere as and ask who was their influence, they will say it was somebody. But it's always somebody before. This is what I'm saying, man. But anyway, let's continue.
Nobody was gonna sign this. No one wanted this. So I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I wrote the bridges over. I sent it to Scott. Scott was like, nah, man, because nobody's gonna play that reggae shit. Nobody want to hear that shit. They want to hear like Run DMC and this.
So you're telling me that this is crazy.
And so it's right. We said, yo, I wrote the bridges over first. Scott didn't like it. He said, no, nobody's listening to reggae shit. If you really want to go at dude, come with some shit.
So the original bridge is over. Was the reggae?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was Super Cat. Books. Boom, 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 boom. Big up the Super Cat for that. Right.
Super Cat lived in left rack for a little while.
No.
Nobody was trying to listen to no reggae, no disrespect to it, but that wasn't our vibe. It wasn't our vibe yet. It was okay, but it wasn't the vibe. That's not what's in. That's not what's it. And you're trying to infuse on an already moving ball, if you will, pause for you stupid ass weird gay rainbow people. Y'all already, it was already culture happening, and that just was not it. So you had to adapt to the dominant culture. I'm not even going to talk your head off. That's got too much to go.
I was all in the Super Cat right there. And he had a record called Sebo Stand, Give Hey, Sebo Stand, the boom, 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 boom.
Oh, and mind you, this goddamn no disrespect, because I love my Puerto Ricans and my Jamaicans too, but I just gotta keep it 100. I don't give a fuck how y'all niggas feel about me. Trust me, I don't care, because I ain't gonna do all that. But Nori, as you see, Nori, he only hang out with his only Puerto Rican dudes, which is not a problem. It's not a problem. But he played black when he wants to be. You don't hang around black people. Nobody in this entourage is black. None of them. If you want to call that big Haitian dude black, just call him melanated. The dark-skinned dude in it, that's the only one, and he's not even foundational Black American. So he want to play both sides, but he claims he's just Puerto Rican, which is not an issue. It's just pick a side.
I was like, yeah, put that to some boom bap, the same shit we used to do in the shelter. We used to hit the bathroom.
Well, I don't mean pick a side. I apologize for the pick a side, but we just have to scream and just eat the meat, spit out the bones. You dig what I'm saying? When it comes down to niggas like Nori. Let me see what else he say.
And I produced the whole record.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Shout out to Dress from Black Sheep. Listen to this.
I'm a little older. I wasn't there, but I wasn't far from there. You know what I'm saying? And this is my word. To the best of my understanding, I'm gonna say it like this. Like I get that there's different cultures. We're all of different culture in hip hop. But I think all of these different cultures fell under the umbrella.
Right after Dress said this, I'm gonna open the floor to you BX and FaZe.
Of American Black when hip hop came out. And I say that to say this. There's no where in the beginnings where we're saying something that's Spanish, where we're saying something that's Jamaican. You know, like it was American, it was New York Black. And under that umbrella, all these cultures. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at this nigga like that nigga, like this nigga like that nigga. You know what I'm saying? And we all together. You know what I'm saying? But it was Black New Yorkers. You know what I'm saying? And we was all together under that. Like while we're choosing to divide under this umbrella, I don't know. But we was all there. But it was New York Black lingo that we was kicking. We wasn't trying to interject nothing Spanish. You know what I'm saying? Like you know, like you might make mention to rice and beans or maybe, you know what I'm saying, but that wasn't nothing that was prevalent. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like you know, like it was almost like Skelly. It was a New York gang.
Love Skelly.
You know, like that was a project gang. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't be like, you know, like no, we was, you know, Skelly was from, Trinidad. Nah. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you know, like so
that's a foundational Black American game.
Jamal has an argument. It was New York Blacks. You know what I'm saying? That, you know, like, and if you was Spanish, you was rhyming like you was Black. You was from Jamaica, you was rhyming like you was Black. You know what I'm saying? Like, period. So to that.
Oh, let me unmute yourself, brother. How you been, DJ FaZe? What's going on, family?
Peace, family. Peace. What's going on? I was just listening. Somebody sent me the link to look over at. So I said, let me come on because, you know, I do appreciate you, brother, and I appreciate what you're doing. I'll start off by saying I'm DJ FaZe. Hip hop started, well, it was created in 1970, but it came out I say out of the projects in 1971 to the big park. In the 1970, it was all in Bronxdale. Like we had created it in Bronxdale, and that's the home of the Black Spades. And I was a baby Spade. So a lot of people try to figure out and say, well, Puerto Ricans were there or Jamaicans were there. If you ask any of the people, what about Puerto Rican culture or what about Jamaican culture was even emulated or a part of or anything brought to the creation of hip hop? So I say, this is me. I say when we started hip hop, the things that started hip hop were DJ, the music, not just DJing, but the music that the DJ would play, the jive talking on the microphone, not the dozens, because people get it mixed up with the dozens.
Right.
The jive talking on the microphone, and the dance that was done with the combination of this music and the jive talking on the microphone. So in the beginning, in the creation of hip hop, the jive talking didn't necessarily line up with the beat, but the music, the dancing did. Okay, so all those other things came later. So I say this, and I say this on everything that I do. If Puerto Ricans had brought something there, like if they had brought our music came from our parents. We were kids, so our music came from our parents' record collection.
That's right.
And so our dancing came from us showing off, being a kid. So James Brown was a heavy influence. Rufus Thomas, Big Meek Markham, all of these were influences that we had from our parents' collection. So no Spanish person would have came with their parents' collection, which would have been Spanish music, and to bring to creation of hip hop. No Jamaican would come, and even though back in those times in the 70s, Jamaican music was basically covered from American music.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. So that's something that's just total fact. And so they wouldn't have got anything from their parents' collection to brought down. As far as the talking over the mic, the jive talking over the mic, we were basically snapping. That's all we were doing, basically snapping, and sometimes saying what's up to somebody or something. So a Spanish person, basically, they were the basis of all our snaps, and Jamaicans as well. And so, we would talk about their high waters. We would talk about roaches. We would talk about the funny colors that they would wear. We would talk about, things of that nature. And so they definitely didn't have any snaps on us. So that jive talk would not have been either for Spanish or Jamaican.
Let me ask you something. In the Bronx at that time when they came, when the first Puerto Ricans start coming around and the Jamaicans and whoever else start coming around, what was their attire? I know you said certain things, but just break it down a little bit more. Like what was the style that we were wearing, but y'all were wearing? Because I was little at that time. What was in? What was it? And explain how they had to assimilate to the culture in order to really navigate, and how they hid their identity after a while, where they actually from.
Well, I said this on another podcast. In those days, right, especially if you were coming from Puerto Rico to America, usually the Puerto Rican that was here first would send hand-me-down clothes to Puerto Rico, or if the Jamaican person was here first, they would send the hand-me-down clothes to Jamaica. So by the time they got up here, or even sometimes being here, they would wear something that we had been stopped wearing like years before, you know. So my most memorable clothes that I can remember that I make a joke on all the time is that they used to have these white patent leather church shoes, and high waters, and these knit pants that were like just out of style. And a lot of times they would be high waters.
Right,
So
right.
they would have on these, either the white patent leather shoes or the black patent leather shoes. And you know, so that would be instant snap, you know. They might have on a turtleneck that was stretched out. So we would call it a girdle neck, or a gurgly neck, or something like that, you know. And this is another thing that we used to say. There was one of our snaps for Spanish people, Puerto Ricans, or whatever. We would say el cucaracha, no play mi camina. That was our way of knowing what Spanish was. But as kids, we didn't even know what el cucaracha was. That's the roach. It's a roach. And so, you know, we were known to, you know, if you did know a Spanish person, if you go to their house, they brought roaches. And that's what even the grown-ups would say.
That was a long saying. That was a saying since the 60s, the early 70s, that they brung roaches. So this is way before our time.
Yes, yes, yes. And so that's what we knew of them. You know, that's what we knew of them. We didn't really know what they were. And you know, if you do the history of how the black spades were created, that would tell you a lot about the relationship with Puerto Rican Spanish people with us. So, you know, that tells you a lot. I can't stay long, but I just had to come and tell you a little bit of, you know, because I appreciate what you're doing, and I appreciate, you know, your history, your research and stuff. But that's it. You know, there's no such thing as 50-50. There's no such thing as that they came. If you listen to basically all the rhetoric and stuff that they say, they always use dates starting 75, 76. And by 75, 76, 77, 78, all of that was way after it was created. And not only was it way after, but the creators of it had already changed to something else.
Right.
You know, so you always got to remember, if they were 50-50, how many dances have they came up with since our original breakdancing? You see what I'm saying? They would, since we did breakdancing, we had thousands of dances after that, and before that, thousands of dances before breakdancing. So, you know, you look at it, even in the 70s, the later 70s, if you look at all the groups, all the MC groups or whatever, you'll only see one
Puerto
Spanish
Rican.
person.
That's right.
That's one.
Charlie
And right, and a DJ as well. And so
Whip and Ruby D. Those the only two Hispanic first Hispanic rappers, and they kept it 100. So I respect them more because they know that they got it from us, and they pay homage. That's why they earned the title as legends and icons, because they kept it 100. So salute
right,
to
right. Right, and that's 100% facts. What you're talking right now, that's 100% facts. And so, if you look as history goes, if you really stop and think about it, you have to wonder why. Why do they feel like the need to do our culture? Why do they feel the need? Because if you look at what they have, it doesn't compare to what we've done. And so when they talk about breakdancing, until today, and I'm gonna keep it a buck with you, I'm gonna keep it 100. I have never seen a Spanish person, a Puerto Rican, or any other persons than us that really has broke dance and break dance to really break dance. I see the from Wild Style and all of that, Beat Street and all of that. I see acrobats as far as dancing is concerned. I see spinning on their head and doing wild things and everything. But none of that, if you look at it, if you really look at it and listen to the music, it doesn't coincide with the music at all. So when they're doing their flips and they're doing their spins and everything, listen to the music. If you stop the music, they'll keep on, continue to do it. If one of us, if they stop the music for one of us, we have to stop dancing because we're not dancing to the beat, and there's no more beat. And that's something that you really got to take a look at. You got to go and listen, go to the videos or whatever, and you listen to the music, and you look at their feet, and you look at their hands.
It's
And
not
then
with the beat. It just
right.
I mean, it's kind of cool, but it's not in sync with the beat like how it once was, like up rocking and all that stuff, like in the break dancing, like how y'all originally.
Well, it to me, and this is something that I've always said. To me, any acrobats is cool. Anything, just like you look at ballet and you see some of the jumps and stuff that they do in ballet. That's cool. That's cool. But then don't call it breakdancing. Call it something else, because the breakdancing started with just the drum break, not bongos, not congos, not anything, but other than the drum set. And that was it. So that's where we learned and we created that break. And so if you listen now, especially like the Olympics and stuff now, if you listen to the music, the reason why it has a lot of bongos in it, the reason why I have congas in it and all different other stuff and bass lines and everything is because all that music is going all at one time. So it doesn't matter if the feet are moving this or whatever. They can just say, oh, that's to the bongo or to this congo or whatever. So if you look at how it was created, we created it especially to the drum set, to the hi-hat, the snare drum, and the bass drum. And that was it. And that was it. Any musician will know that that's what started. It was created for breakdancing. It was the hi-hat, the snare drum, and the bass drum.
Right. So, hey, man, and I definitely appreciate it, man. And anything else, DJ Phase, man, we gotta run another one back, man, one of these days, man.
Definitely. Just throw up my link in the for my channel. That's all I ask for you to do, and send them to me, and I'll be going live tomorrow at 6:00.
Your channel, brother.
Yes, it's Kool DJ Phase. Kool with a K. Kool DJ Phase.
And when you get off, just get your link copy it and just put it in the chat, and y'all go click on that link, and subscribe.
That's why I appreciate you. Listen, man, if you can get my math or whatever. If you,
I think I still got your number.
There you go. So you just, you call me up and you give me a time or whatever. But we got a lot of stuff. My book is getting pre-ordered in June, and it's going to come out July 7th. So I want all you guys to run and get that book. They're telling me that it's probably most likely, for the amount of copies that we made, that it's probably going to be sold out within the first week.
Your last two digits is 59, right?
Yes.
Gotcha. I got it. Still got it.
Yes. And so, just let's do it, man. I'm here for you. All right.
Can I just say congratulations, peace.
Yes.
Congratulations on becoming a published author and telling your story.
Oh, thank you. Who is this?
This is BX the Gatekeeper. I'm also a published urban fiction author and an independent journalist. Wow. And I'm also, if you notice the BX, I'm from Soundview. Yeah, I'm 51. And since I've been for the past 3 years, I've been telling the history of hip hop as I know it, which aligns with what you said, right? There is no 50-50 in hip hop. That's ours.
Correct.
Yeah. What an honor.
So you're over there in that cozy corner?
Oh, heck yeah. I was born, I was living on Andrews and moved to Soundview when I was 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Cozy Corners is one of the original places that we used to go. There used to be a jukebox machine there. The bar was there when we used to go there. The bar is no longer there. I think the bar left in the 80s, maybe.
Right.
And so, but Cozy Corner, yes, Soundview, Monroe, Sackwern, all of that is a part of the culture. Definitely the creation of the culture.
Thank you. Yeah,
So,
you know who's from here too, Lord Tariq, if not mistaken.
Yes, from South.
Again, my honor. Thank you.
No problem. And listen, you guys, make sure you tune in tomorrow at 6:00 because I've been doing a last series about the lies in hip hop. And, what I'm starting to tell people now, especially us, is we have to be a little bit careful of the infiltrators. And so a lot of our information that we give, they're taking it and using it. And that's how they're getting away in. So, you'll know, I'm sure on right now, there's a bunch of infiltrators inside this chat right now. So they're trying to unlock, which they'll never be able to unlock, the code that our ancestors left for us. And so that's what they're trying to do. So a lot of them act like they're trolls, but they're not. They're just, I call them agents, because they are definitely here to disrupt what we did. Now imagine, if we had the knowledge of all the things that we've created and all the things that we've done, our whole community, our whole people would be on top of the pole, on top. But we're not. We're still surviving, and we're surviving, which we should not be. You see what I'm saying? And so, but the infiltrators are trying to keep us in the positions that we are. So that's what I say. We have to be very, very careful. Look at the Panthers. Who was the Panthers infiltrated by? Them and some of us.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? So they infiltrated, and through us. And it goes on, and that story goes on, and Malcolm X and all of that, all within ourselves, within the crew, if you want to call it. So we gotta be very careful about some of the information that we give out.
You're absolutely right.
I love you guys. I love you guys. And everyone
Love you more.
All right, everyone stay up.
Stay up, my G.
All right,
Yeah,
peace.
stay up. Peace.
That's real shit, man. Because they even have our own complexion. You dig what I'm saying? They fucking like everybody that's skin folk is not our kinfolk, and this is why we have to make sure we vet these people. And it's sad to say, and we have to say it: these Caribbeans and Africans, pretty much, or these Hispanics that has the complexion to squeeze in. They listen, man. They are only majority of them are only here is to just take and erase. There's no other way to put it. There is no other way to splice it and slice it. They're only here to disrupt and take and become the face of. By any means, they don't care about our culture. They just want to claim that culture. They you understand what I'm saying? Is they are invaders and colonizers. That's it. And I'm targeting New York specifically because y'all say we are the melting pot. And just by y'all saying we the melting pot, that's still a form of erasure. Because that's still not giving us, the main dominant culture, any credit for what y'all are assimilating to. So this melting pot is still what you call erasure. I'm not buying it. Anything else you want to add on to that? Go ahead.
So I just want to say thank you for the opportunity to sit with DJ Kool Face.
Yeah, that's the big homie right there.
Yes, it's such an honor. I've been talking about hip hop almost all day. And so this was a nice finish to my night, and I'm so happy that I saw you were live. Well, you know, the live was going, and I was in the chat just adamant that I had to get on your panel and look at that.
Matter of fact, since you seen, you know, what the guy said,
yes.
Respond to that. A comment that was earlier in the chat.
Right. So the comment stated something like Busta Rhymes and Pete Rock, although their parents are Jamaican, they were born here, if not mistaken, so they're Black American. I answered in the chat, and so did a few of the other family, FBA family members, right? And so my whole thing is this. They have two immigrant parents, no foundational in their background at all. It doesn't matter if they were born here. There's a legal framework for who is Black American. A person with two immigrant parents can never be Black American. That's an ethnic group. So what he's saying is not how it works. Now, Black American, and we don't like the term African American, but we are reclassified people. And while we're trying to actively remove the African American, because that's totally gone. If these people could migrate here and become Black American, or migrate here and anchor a baby here, then who the heck are we if they are us? But we not them. Like, they gotta stop with the erasure. We don't mind them participating, but we gotta compartmentalize certain things. By the 90s, Alicia Keys? It was Maya. It was a certain amount of Black Americans who were doing collaborations with Caribbean, but they know they didn't create that style, that rhythm, that beat that they were riding on for the song. We don't appropriate other people's culture like that. We always give credit. We know we're not Caribbean, and we allow them to have their accolades, even if we influence them. Because there was a whole bunch of covers of Black Americans songs. No pain, no pain, no gain, no gain. Like they were doing Betty Wright songs as covers when I was a late teen. So they gotta stop it with us. They have to.
Crazy, they are not stopping. Since this is not the first video that they saw of us debunking everything that, you know, what they trying to, you know, portray. This, you know, there's so much evidence, and we are showing them our culture pretty much, since we don't have any. And once they are seeing like, okay, Tyreek got the the hip hop movie, whatever, right? What's the shit?
Microphone check. Microphone check.
Okay, we got DJ Faze in them on hip hop since 1971.
Right.
All these other things that's out there, and they still choose to keep pushing this narrative that they influence, they this, they that. They only here to take. This is why I can't not. I know people going to be looking at me funny, especially from New York, have to target because it's our fault.
Now listen, hold on. We can take part blame. I'm not going to argue with you about that. But listen, I got to give you another aspect to it. What is wrong with them that they don't understand cultural boundaries and cultural respect? Why would they want to take things from us when we've been so gracious? Even after fighting with them back and forth, them jumping our men on yards, them having the Latin Kings come out. Like, so much is wrong with them that we can't take all the blame. A level-headed person outside of the lineage would say, listen, this is not our culture. We part of our Big Pun did it. Big Pun said, shout out to my African Americans. Here go Fat Joe, 50-50 creation.
Right.
We can't take all the blame because then we leave them blameless. We give them room to keep tethering. They got to hold themselves accountable for what's lacking in them, that they have low self-pride and lack of cultural boundaries and lack of cultural respect for us when we have been selfless with them. I'm not going to take all the blame for they don't have a moral compass when it comes to us, and they better find one.
I totally agree with you, and I stand corrected. I totally agree, and y'all can't get mad because y'all don't have that cultural influence, and y'all been influenced by a culture that's just the main dominant influence over the world. That don't mean you don't have a beautiful culture, but don't try to sit up here just like the Jamaican guy said. We originated nothing, just pirating, just being a pirate and taking. And that's what y'all been doing. And this is coming from y'all own Jamaican elder statesmen. So we're going to take our accountability for opening that door for y'all to take advantage of. But now it's like we checking everybody at the door. Like, I love this quote that I came up with. I got to keep remembering to use the motherfucker, but we opened the door so wide that motherfuckers forgot who house they in. Y'all are in our cultural house. Y'all got nothing to do with our culture. Not one fucking thing. Not one. Can any of y'all name one? What? And I'll fucking wait. I'll die by the time you give me an answer. Because look, I want to play the rest of this shit. If you want to stay, you can stay. Because I think you would like to have a response to it. You want to chill for a little bit?
How long does it take? Yeah, I can sit around for a little while longer.
It's almost done though.
Okay,
right.
No problem.
All right, y'all. Let's listen to this dude, Kool Herc, in his own words. Don't listen to us. Listen to him.
Like when you used to dress, and this girl used to make fun of your.
I remember about that one.
Yeah, about the shoes, man.
Oh, that came. I got a full dose of some roach killers. I'm coming looking. I'm always fancy good Western pieces and all that stuff.
Dressing like John Wayne.
40 toys, no problem with me. The James Brown thing on it, right? And it's some boots. Oh, she gave me the riot act, man. Oh, look at it, roach killer. Okay, no problem.
Did that bother you, man, or was you just like?
I took it. Right. I took it. Hey, listen, I took it.
It takes a lot, man, to
and also, with the hat, with the flip up, you call it
the Fritz hat, the German hats.
Yeah, you call it the alien hats.
What's the alien hat?
The hick hat, like a pilot hat.
Okay, yeah. The flip flop. You didn't have a pleather one though, did you?
The big corduroy jacket or the wide corduroy wasn't the slim one, And that was shark skin.
You had to adapt to the culture. Y'all came here looking like cowboys. You Caribbeans came here with the fishnet shirts, cowboy boots with the spurs on it on the back. Tight corduroy high waters. The Hispanics, same thing. High corduroy shirts, the little flower shirts and sandals and just not dressing like us. Period. So we roast y'all. We would roast our own self. You could not come around us looking any kind of way because you came from a different region. Y'all came from a different island. And when y'all come here, we are styled a certain way. And when you come into when you move here, you still coming into our home. This is our land. You are a visitor or a foreigner on our land. This is our culture. We run this. This is our culture. It's like if I go to Jamaica, just like if I go to Puerto Rico, just like if I go to Africa, that is your culture. I have to abide by what's going on around to finish so I can at least navigate through the streets here so I could know where to go, where not to go, who to mess with, who not to mess with, what things not to say, what things I should say, what things to dress, what things I shouldn't dress. It's coming. Y'all just slow. That's just on y'all. But when y'all came here, y'all had to adapt to our shit. If you looking funny, we're going to roast y'all and get on y'all, rank, joke, this, whatever the case may be. That's just in our culture, okay? And everything about Kool Herc, he was Americanized. The music that he was playing was not Jamaican. The music Kool Herc was playing was our music. How is that not something that is registered? Something so simple as him playing the damn funk from James Brown music. And so he's not playing no one else's music. His style is it's a style that's already been here. And he's not even a good DJ. He was whack. He wasn't even that good at mixing and blending the music together. Y'all all know that. That's historical data. Everything about him, what he was doing, was our stuff that been here many moons before he moved here in 67. But we're going to get to his influences.
Live from there.
Now, where did you go get your clothes from, man?
I got Perry Brothers on Tremont.
Okay. And then you used to go to AJ lessons also, right?
The AJ was big. That's like walled off the story of passion.
Right. What was on your feet, man?
Yes.
Oh yeah. Look how KRS-One diss rap music.
Rap. You like other styles? I like reggae. I like reggae better than anything. Rap music is boring to me. It's boring. I know, but there's a few good albums. Like, see the whole rap.
I don't know if y'all can hear it. Claire is kind of mumbling a little bit, but he's saying, he said, what kind of music, kind of rap music you like? He said, I listen to rap. I listen to reggae. Hip hop is boring. He started naming all of the Super Cat, Cuddy Ranks, and all of the people, stuff like that. But he don't like rap because rap is boring. This is KRS-One. Only
one moment before you do that. I checked your chat and you have this troll calling us Dusty Musty Akadas. Kool Herc created. Okay, did you mod your page so you could get them out of here?
Nasty Akada. Hey, Jesus Christ! If you want to jump on. I'd rather speak to him than block him.
Okay, no problem.
Let me put the link in there. This is the reason why we don't fuck with y'all little dust mites. Hold on, let me put that link in there. I'd rather speak to you. Let's do that. Hold on. Let me put the link in there. Come on, Jesus
See,
Christ.
Mike is nice. He'll talk to you. I would have just bounced you, but I'm a mute up because I'm gonna jump in this comment section if you start talking to us disrespectful.
You can jump in anytime you want. But there's the link. Jesus Christ, jump in, family. Come on, let's get it. I listen. I love shit like this. Trust me. Let's go. Hit that link. Bring your little funky baboon soup eating ass up in here. We're going to fry your motherfucking wings, nigga. Let's get it. Let's go. But anyway, until he get in here, let's get to
Do you see him in the background? It says he's on stage.
Where?
Well, in the chat, it says on stage. So is he in the back studio? No?
No, because it would have popped up on here.
Okay. All right.
Let me see. Nah, he definitely would have popped up. Hit that link, Dusty. Motherfucking baboon face. Hit that.
Booming right now. Yeah. Anyway.
I'm a fast forward because it's kind of muffled a little bit. I don't know why. I think this sounds better. This is where he talks about his influence. Matter of fact, this is the letter from John Brown, the DJ that influenced Kool Herc and DJ Disco King Mario. All right, this is the guy that Kool Herc got his inspiration from and stole everything from. Let's get right to it.
From Jamaican culture, hip hop is a multicultural creation. You know, all the narratives that we've been told for so long. And so this letter I'm about to read for you is actually, in his own words, talking about his experience. Now, before I go into that letter, let me read this passage from the book Hip Hop by Stephen Hager. Now, this is on page 48 of that book, and it reads like this. That same year, Herc started hanging out at a disco called the Plaza Tunnel, which was located in the basement of the Plaza Hotel on 161st Street in the Grand Concourse. The DJ, John Brown, was the first to play records like Give It Up, Turn It Loose by James Brown and Get Ready by Rare Earth. Unfortunately, Black spades like to drop by unexpectedly to steal girlfriends, rough up rival gang members, and generally intimidate the crowd when they arrive. Brown tried to pacify them by playing Soul Power by James Brown. They loved chanting spade power, along with the record. Now, if you remember Herc talking about songs like Give It Up, Turn It Loose and Get Ready, he got his playlist from John Brown. If you do more research, you'll understand that that is the case. That's how much of an inspiration John Brown was to Kool Herc.
Can I ask a question? Can I ask a question to the congregation? Can y'all really hear this clearly? Because if anything, I'd rather make sure I just go right to the channel on TikTok so y'all can hear it clearer. I don't know why it's kind of going in and out. Can you hear it clearly, BX?
No, it's like a little muffled for me.
So let me just go to the actual shit on there because I hate when I don't know why it did that because I really don't want to keep pausing because it's gonna get better. And I really can't wait to get to the John what's the name part, the Rosco Gordon. Hold on, I'm going to the person's page right now. Give me 1 second, please. Just bear with me because I know the attention span is crazy. If you want to speak real quick, go right ahead, love. If you have anything else to say until I find the what's the name.
So hip hop is definitely our creation, right? And as DJ Kool Phase was saying, it was our parents' music. I can tell you, growing up, I lived on Beach Avenue in the Bronx, right around the corner from Cozy Corner, right? And our front room, we had like what they would call a sun porch, was all the plans and my parents' stereo and all these vinyl records. Oh, Alicia Myers. We had the Delphonics, Stylistics. Of course, James Brown. And my parents were a little alternative, so they listened to a little rock and roll.
Right.
So, yeah. But hip hop, I guess you could say, is an amalgamation, right? They say funk, disco. That's our music. That's our parents on Saturdays digging in the crates, putting on the record player. So yeah, it's nostalgic to sit here and talk amongst our people about our pastimes, right? I remember my uncle owned a club and he had one of his children's birthday party there. Like we were just dumb people, you know?
Right.
And
Right,
but so and I'm gonna land here. It's kind of sad we can't really talk about it the way we should, for nostalgia's sake, because they are learning our migration patterns. They're learning what we eat on New Year's. They're learning so many things just to make their cosplaying better instead of trying to teach us about what makes their culture great.
Right. Facts. And please, y'all, let me know if this sounds clear. But here's shout out to Rap DNA, and that person just hit me too, so I gotta hit them back later.
Oh, I love Rap DNA. He's who I call to a like if I'm on the stage and they talking about some aspects of hip hop that I just don't know, I'm sitting there for him, and he comes and answers the call all the time. Shout out to Rap DNA.
You have to make that link for real. So shit, hell yeah. But let's get it. Okay, bitch. Oh yeah, God. Oh, it's on mute. Duh.
71. To be the D, actually look at the letter and verify.
This is the letter from John Brown.
With John Brown to make sure the words are accurate. Here we go. I was hired by Steve Caspian in 1971 to be the DJ at the Plaza Tunnel. At the time, I was in Alfred E. Smith High School. One of my classmates was Kool Herc. Herc, Disco King Mario, his brother WC, would come see me spin at the Plaza Tunnel with other Black spades. I met Monk at the tunnel also. The city closes the club in mid-1973. After that, one of the bartenders, Bob Hevelo, opened his own club on Jerome Avenue, and I became the house DJ. This is before Herc was a DJ at the Hevelo. Herc said himself that seeing me perform gave him the idea of becoming a DJ. When he and the other kids were dancing and breaking to the music I played, I like to think I played a part in the creation of what became hip hop. I'm John Brown, the missing link.
Absolutely. Now, I'm trying to find that one with Kool Herc, right? When he basically tell y'all where he got his playlist from. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. Right here.
Now,
listen to this, man.
Now, tell us how you met Coke, man. Coke LaRock.
Coke, I just moved across town, and he was a friend. Him and Jennifer's brother was friends, and they were.
And Jennifer's who?
Jennifer's my first girlfriend.
Okay.
And they didn't know from me moved from the east side to the west side now, and Coke lived on the west side, and him and Smitty was friends, and Coke was good with his hands, and people used to tease him thinking he can't see, so that's why they call him Coke for the glasses.
Right.
And Jennifer used to like to see him knock people out
because he was nice.
Yeah.
And when did you discover that? Because Coke LaRock is officially the first hip hop MC.
Yeah.
The first hip hop MC.
Yeah.
And he started MCing at your party.
Yeah. In between the records.
How did you decide that he was going to be? Because you used to watch.
No, it wasn't even the side. Coke was my people, my man. And it's like to say, like, Alfred, and put that Alfred's in the back cave. Alfred know the back cave. Alfred could drive the Batmobile.
You were Batman and he was Alfred.
He could drive the Batmobile.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Batman is Alfred. Alfred is Batman.
Right.
This is the team.
Let's not forget, Kool Herc is the one that got him fresh. Kool Herc is the one who got him fresh because he was over here dressing like a goddamn cowboy. He was dressing like John Wayne. The Jamaican niggas was coming here with the spurs on the back of their boots, with the cowboy hats and the tight ass jeans. Let's not forget that. So when he went to school, the girls was just ranking on him, getting on him, talking about roach killers, roach stompers, roach killers, dressing like a hick. And he had to get hip. He had to get slick. Those are bars. He had to, you know what I mean? He had to get down with the get down, motherfucker. And Kool Herc was that one that got him right, got him fresh. And Kool Herc says, which I'm going to play in a minute, he didn't even know he was Jamaican until he went to his house 2 years later. Come on now. But any motherfucking who?
You know what I'm saying? So, my friend.
And
That's
you
my people. He wasn't forced to play.
Right.
He got some music in his head. Want to play, we play. Sometimes we both want to play.
Right.
So we used to play chess. We used to play. How much people get off the floor? If I play this record, that record, if more people say I stay on, less people leaving, I lose out.
Right.
And that's how it is.
But you were the first one that really started talking on the record.
Yeah, Coke just gave me some of the poems and stuff.
Okay.
And he was more on the poem side of it.
Why did she know you could do it? Like, because you had really...
I danced.
Right.
I danced. I used to go to a club. I had to dance. I would go to the puzzle. And Mark was a dancer at Coke.
What was the puzzle?
Club. It's a club. And right on Jerome Avenue, River Avenue on 67. But as soon as we got up in and it checked us, we walking in, it was, we keep on hearing boom, 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 boom.
Now, this is his influence. When he's walking in the club, he's hearing boom, 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 boom. That's our music. Okay? Not no fucking
boom, 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 boom. And the deeper we get in the party, the more riveted up his skin. And I'm like, I went right to the boot. Yo, my man, what's that? And he told it to me.
Now, he wasn't cutting the brakes or anything. He was just playing the whole record.
Straight up.
And then, so let me tell you something.
Anything I hear,
right,
and I like it, I'm going to ask you.
Right. And then, of course, the cheat code was James Brown.
Well, that's my man.
Yeah.
That's the father.
Like Sex Machine.
That's the father.
Sex Machine.
The brother, where I get that first repertoire records that I play is from, I heard Sex Machine when it was a place called Rat Hole over on 3rd Avenue.
Yeah. Was that a nice place to go, man? You call your club the Rat Hole.
Yeah, I don't know how many people are in there.
Oh, yeah. And then from the tunnel over 161st Street,
right,
he used to go to school with me after his name was John Brown. And this is where, just begun.
Jimmy Castor.
Jimmy Castor.
So did you make that? Did you discover that?
I played more. I played on more of it.
Right.
From a lineup from John Brown.
Oh, that's a
school classmate, as you seen in the letter that John Brown wrote and said that they were classmates, and he just said we were classmates, and he went into a club where John Brown was DJing at, playing that funk, basically the father of hip hop, pretty much. Okay. Anyway, and he said that he took the lineup, meaning the playlist, he just played it more. So he is credited for something somebody else already done. He just kept playing it for the kids who had somewhere to go to break dance. What are y'all telling me? This is what I'm trying to ask y'all. He gets credit for playing our own music. I'm not, it's not registering to me. But somehow y'all have the fucking gall to say that this fucking Americanized man from Yard, who was cosplaying and being influenced by my people, how is he getting credit for that? For playing a playlist that he just said that he took from his own classmate. Let's hear it again from his own mouth.
And then from the tunnel over 161st Street,
right,
he used to go to school with me after his name was John Brown. And this is where, just begun.
Jimmy Castor.
Jimmy Castor.
So did you make that? Did you discover that?
I played more. I played on more of it.
Right.
From a lineup from John Brown.
Oh, that's a great record.
And I used to play, this is where, just begun.
Jimmy Castor.
Jimmy Castor.
So did you make that? Did you discover that?
I played more. I played on more of it.
Right.
From a lineup from John Brown.
Oh, that's a great record.
And I used to play this one, if you want to get into something, and a few other ones. And I was at the tunnel.
Right.
What's your thoughts on that, love? What's your thoughts on that?
I'm sorry. I was in the comments. They said that he was asked leading questions. My thoughts is this. There was Kool Herc told us in his own words where the inspiration came from, that he basically hit his culture. And we do know the story of Kool Herc because I seen a video with Kool Herc conveying that he didn't know Herc was even Caribbean until Herc's sister was about to get jumped, and he walked Herc's sister home and met the parents.
Right.
So I think that I've been on TikTok for about 3 years. We and Tyreek did microphone check. We basically debunked their scholars. I don't hear from that who they call cologne or colonizer. They be teasing them, you know. I don't hear from that branch of Latinos. I hear from the still voting Fat Joe and the stragglers. I call them stragglers. But listen to this. If you follow Tyreek's page, I was lucky enough. I was lucky enough to sit in his room one time, and you know who came up? Is it Rodney C?
Right, and I was gonna ask that question to DJ Faze because he said I ain't watched the whole video. I just seen the title. He said something about DJ Rodney C. But finish, love. Go ahead.
Okay, so what Tyreek said, because they couldn't find Rodney C, so they said for him to be interviewed, but he said it straight and talked about Project Life, and there'd be Puerto Ricans on one side, Black Americans on the other. They really didn't mess with foundational Black Americans. And Tyreek was saying it was such a beautiful interview. Tyreek mentioned maybe he'll do a microphone check too and get a lot of the pioneers who wasn't in part one to sit with him for part two. So I would totally be here for it. That was an honor. Meeting DJ Faze is an honor. Things are coming full circle and our pioneers' voices are being heard now. What we're witnessing is the stragglers trying to keep a hope alive for them. For them. Because we keep evolving. They ain't past breakdancing yet. What have they created?
Not a
they didn't even create that. So let me clear that up. I'm mute.
Nothing. None of y'all created nothing. Y'all are parasites. It came to the conclusion of the gloves is off because the gloves always been off with y'all. Y'all always been divisive. Y'all always been having these conversations about us behind our back at your dinner table. Before you even get here, y'all talk about to stay away from us and solve all this stuff, man. And now when we finally have that moment of clarity, and we finally see exactly what y'all about, y'all can't get mad.
Peace. I'm here. I just had to chime in. I have to chime in. Okay, so let me explain to you about John Brown. We were before John Brown, and then you just played a clip with Herc saying, going boom, 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 boom. That's 7 minutes of funk. 7 minutes of funk was released, I think, in 75 or 76. So if John Brown was playing that, we're talking about 75 or 76. That's number one. Look at when Just Begun was made. Troglodyte was made before Just Begun. A lot of these things is because one of the most important things about this whole thing with hip hop is exactly this. When the people came to interview and do things with this whole hip hop thing, people couldn't come to Bronxdale. And that's a fact. Bronxdale was so closed off, and the lady that said from Soundview would know if back in the 60s and early 70s, people were scared to death to come to Bronxdale because Bronxdale was the creation of the Black Spades. Right. And so people were just totally scared. So imagine people hearing about this is supposed to be notorious projects, and you think that they would bring their cameras and their microphones to this notorious project and do an interview with us? No way possible. So if you look at Herc's building, we did a show about that and everything. If you go to where his building is back in those days, it was like it was like the Jefferson building. It was like the moving on up building. And
Right.
so there was, you know, that's where all the, you know, the MTA people and all the different professional people worked, and mother and father and everything were in that type of building. So that setting was like going downtown to Park Avenue or whatever in those days. So they had no problem going there and doing it, to interviewing those elements of it.
And can I interject right there? Because what's the dude name? DJ Green Eyes, right? He's from your project. He's from out there, right?
Yes,
Bronxdale.
yes.
The DJ Green Eyes, right? I remember him telling the story. It's coming to me right now. He's sitting on the bench. And he got on the green polo shirt or whatever, and he's showing he having pictures of how his building used to look. DJ Kool Herc, and if I vaguely remember him saying that when he was out there DJing and so on, where Segway is, where Kool Herc was from, that the building wasn't even there. Something to that effect, or maybe because when you were saying that, it just gave a flashback. I think I'll try to pull up the video. But was that building always there, or was it just built, or what was the surroundings around that?
And maybe it might have been built in 70 or 69 or something. I really couldn't tell you, but I do know that when back in 70, 71, 72, 73, it was basically considered a new building. And those buildings had terraces, it had air conditioning, it had carpet on the floor, it had doormen, it had you know, just it was just soda machines and stuff, and cigarette machines inside of the building and stuff like that. So that was totally different than Bronxdale, a New York City housing apartment. And so that was the big difference. That's number one. Number two thing that I wanted to just say while I was here for a minute was the thing with Rodney C. Now, if you listen to, we did the big thing on Rodney C. So go finish listening to the video that we did with Rodney C.
Okay, Mario.
Right.
Yeah.
The first thing that he said why we even did any videos or anything about him is he said that Mario or Herc wasn't hip hop. That's what he said. He said that. And then he said that he started hearing hip hop in 75, and he said he joined the group in 79, the Funky Four. So just by him saying that lets you know that he was nowhere near the creation of hip hop. And a lot of people are not understanding what the difference is between the creation of hip hop and after it was created.
Wait, but hold on now. Hold on. I'm sorry. But Rodney C is a part of the Funky Four plus one more.
Yes.
He's after the Fantastic Five. So what year that did the Funky Four plus one more? That's with Shy-Rock.
Right, correct.
So what year was that when they came out? 70?
Well, Breakout was before 79, before they went to Sugar Hill and everything. So Rodney C came in, I think he said 79 or 80, the year that they went to Sugar Hill and made the record. So that was the year that Rodney C came in. You know, so I don't want to say different dates or whatever, but if you look at my video, you'll see the exact dates that he said and what he said. One of the reasons why I brought that up was because when you said John Brown, in that letter it said that Disco King Mario and everything, when Mario was first started, we'll not say first started, but in the creation of hip hop, Mario was not Disco King Mario. He was not. He was just Mario. He wasn't even DJ Mario. He was just Mario. And so a lot of people get this impression that hip hop was started inside inside a club or inside. It wasn't. See, the older teenagers and that could get into a club was not the creation of hip hop. Kids created hip hop, and hip hop was created outdoors.
Yeah.
This is something that's very, very important, that it was outdoors. The creation of hip hop, you couldn't go into a club because the club was to make money. And so you could not sell hip hop in the creation of it. That's just a pure fact. And so saying the Hevelo and all of that stuff and the tunnel and the rock and the station, because there was a club in Parkchester that was called the Station. And that was a hip hop club as well. But what it really was a after hours spot that came into the next day. And that's where we were allowed to go in there and just mess around and do stuff. So the club, it wasn't about clubs. Our club from Bronxdale was the Carriage Room. That's what our indoor was the Carriage Room. And so these, a lot of people get it mixed up about what John Brown said and what actually really happened. Now, Herc, just like I said, if you look up 7 Minutes of Funk, that's the name of the record that he was humming. That's 7 Minutes of Funk. You'll see this. I think 7 Minutes of Funk was released in 76 or hold on, I'll even tell you. Yeah, it was released in 76. Okay. And so it was released in 76. So now at 76, if Herc went to hearing John Brown play that in the tunnel, then that had to be after 76. You see what I'm saying? And if John Brown mentioned Disco King Mario, that meant that he heard Disco King Mario. And Mario in 70, 71, 72, 73, Mario was not Disco King Mario. He took that name from someone, JJ, the Disco King. Okay, so you have to do the research on that when he became Disco King Mario. And see, all of that stuff is, like I said, it's in my book, but all of that stuff is all a part of this lie that was said, and then people only know the lie, so they can't understand that when the truth comes out, because that's all they know is the lie.
So just the nipping in the bud. Why did they call him Disco King Mario? Now, disco can mean different things. That don't mean you could work in a disco, and then there's disco music, right? So, what are the what you call that shit? Start with
Well,
it.
I know where you're going. I know where you're going, and I'll explain exactly to you. So, disco, when Mario was getting it, meant the discotheque, and like I said, he stole Kool D had a MC who was JJ the Disco King. Right. And so Mario came, Kool D played in the projects, and so when he played in the project and JJ was there, Mario, of course, just said he just took his name. And when I say he took it, he just took his name, told him he could not use it anymore, and that was it. JJ didn't want to fight him or anything for it because this was Mario. And so he just took that name from then. So it wasn't about disco music, it was about the discotheque. And Mario didn't even play inside. He didn't even play. Then Mario was an outdoor DJ. And so he didn't even play in the discos or anything. But Mario was infatuated with the part where it said king. It was the king. He was the king. So when he said Disco King, that's where Disco King Mario got the name from JJ, which was Kool D's MC. And that happened. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think that happened like in '75 or whatever. Now, that's another thing that you have to go and look at our videos that will explain to you. When did disco music come in? What was the classified as disco music? What it was. So a lot of people think that disco came before hip hop, which is totally untrue. So, yes, it's totally untrue.
It didn't come in the 70s, so it didn't come in the early 70s. It came in like 77, I believe. I don't know.
No, disco music was basically, I think the first disco record was either 75 or maybe I could say well, I'm just gonna go with 75, and then 76, the bicentennial year. And then by the time, disco was in a little bit, there was a thing, I don't know how old you are, but we used to put out this thing called Disco Sucks, and that was the end of disco music.
They threw up all the records inside of that football field or baseball field.
And that was the end of disco music. And so disco became house music. That's what disco became. It became house. So we broke it down. We got the drummer from Philadelphia to come and say when his first disco record was. And yeah, you really gotta do something. Just let's start looking at our whole series. Yeah, our whole series of how we break it, how it's broke down as far as the 4-on-4. The 4-on-4 on the floor meant that the bass drum was a continuous beat. And that's what made the beat that made disco music. So that's one of the things that, like, and I said, and remember, this is another thing that I just want you guys to understand is that in the creation of hip hop, the creation of it, the reason that it was so unheard of and the reason that it was not known is exactly what I was trying to explain, that Bronxdale was a close-knit project. And now people from Bronxdale could go anywhere, but people couldn't come into Bronxdale. So imagine this secret for like a year of holding this secret in a project. And then finally in 1971, it was able to be outside of the project.
That's
so
when
people start.
It's from Bronx River, but it's really from Bronxdale. So that was a little issue.
Right. So Bronx, listen, and this is so crazy, and this is why some of these trolls don't get it. Jazzy J DJ for Mario first and didn't even know Bambaataa. Bambaataa came to the jam at Mario and saw Jazzy J, and they started talking, and Jay said, "Yo, I live in Bronx River too." And that's what happened. People don't know that story.
But not to overtalk you, not to even overtalk you, but DJ Kool D was was DJing. If I'm not mistaken, he said Bronx River because that's where Bambaata's from. He was he had his electricity coming from his crib, so the cord was in Bambaata's crib years before he even became a DJ, and his influence was DJ Kool D. And I already played it earlier. Bambaata said. Pete, I keep messing up his name. Pete TJ Jones. I keep messing that name up, but yeah, you know what I mean. And DJ Kool D was his influence. So how is these motherfuckers getting credit for something that the people that they were influenced by did it first? And I learned right here. How are they being interviewed? What made them so special? That's why I felt like that was it was like some agent type shit that they did. All of a sudden, 3 motherfuckers who from a different fucking island or country with no historical background in this type of music, never ever has been in their bloodline, nothing musically, historically, but they are the 3 niggas from different Caribbean countries are able to be the fathers of what we already created. I don't like that shit.
Well, I can tell you something, brother. Young brother, I can tell you something. Follow the money trail. That's very important. Follow the money trail. Who gets the money? Who gets the money if these stories go on? That's why it's so scary for them now that the truth is coming out.
Yeah.
See, we already discovered and showed maybe 10, 15 years ago, what my channel already exposed the fake flyer.
I was playing y'all shit in 2019.
Right.
Literally.
So we're the first ones to expose the flyer. So the 1973 flyer with Herc was a fake. And the people that was on the flyer didn't even know Herc at the time.
Right.
Okay, so that was a fake flyer. That's number one.
And rest
And
in peace, Mike. I forgot. His face. I'm seeing his face, so I had to just throw him out there. Rest in peace.
right. And so we had to do that, but that was just the start of this whole thing, what's going on. And like I said, please guys, buy my book and you will see exactly what the flyer was, why it was there, why the 3 people were chosen to be the face of hip hop, why all of this. You'll have to understand, because it goes way deeper than just what we're seeing now.
What's the name of your book? Put your links and shit in there, man. You ain't do that.
Yeah, yes, I did put the link in there. I did put the link in there. I put the link in there.
And I put it in the description box.
Okay, and also listen, and that's why it's very important, you guys, very important to tune into my channel tomorrow at 6:00, because the series that we're going to be doing next week on the grandfathers of hip hop is going to tie into exactly the question that you just asked a little while ago. So tomorrow at 6:00, please tune in to my channel, and then we're going to give those answers to why it's the way it is, and why KRS said what he had to say, and why they did what he had to do. KRS, number one thing that KRS did and Crazy Legs did was they said what they said, and then we did a video, and then they had to go back and correct what they said, and then the first thing they said was they dropped Mario's name. Okay, so 6:00 tomorrow. Guarantee you a lot of your answers will definitely be third. And one more thing I'm gonna say is that Mario was definitely playing hip hop music before John Brown.
Now I just got one last video to play. It's very short, and I'm closing out after that. After that, I'm out of here. So can you stay here while I play this video? And I would like for both of y'all to chime in, and then we out of here. Like I'm definitely gone. And
Okay.
all right, cool. Here we go. So everybody, look at this, man. There we go. Now, this was actually on Rap DNA's TikTok. This is a guy who is and even it's already credited. I already have it up here too in Google. Everybody just Google Rosco Gordon, Gordon. Okay? Now just listen. Did we create reggae music? I know that rhythm and blues, who we influenced the Jamaican people, all of the pioneers already. You already know DJ Faze. This I'm talking to the choir, but nigga, the actual person where they got ska from and reggae is from this guy right here, not this white, not this motherfucker, but here go, goddammit. Y'all know I'm retarded.
On the right hand there, that bang on the piano. This has been described a lot of different ways. Loping is a very common term. I read one says various things, and yes, you can find antecedents. It was this thing. It became known as Roscoe's rhythm. Here's the man himself discussing it.
Down in Memphis, Sam, he coined the phrase, said nobody gonna play your music. Said, and I don't know what it is. Said, it's not the blues, it's not pop, it's not rock. So we're gonna call it Roscoe's rhythm. That's what he called it, Roscoe's rhythm.
All right, now let's take a side trip right here to Jamaica.
Check it out.
In the late 50s, the working class people are enjoying American rhythm and blues as promoted by various mobile discos known as sound systems, run by people such as Cox and Dodd, and Duke Reed. And the popular music is the really humping old R&B, such as Amos Milburn and say Rosco Gordon, huge Rosco Gordon fans. His popular blues hit here in the States, No More Doggin', was #1 in Jamaica for like a year. As rock and roll was changing and getting smoothed out and a lot of the raw stuff wasn't happening, the Jamaicans said, well, we have to maybe we can make our own. And Cox and Dodd started to record. And so he cut his first cut was with Theophilus Beckford, Easy Snappin'. But first, let's play a little bit of No More Doggin' by Rosco Gordon. Check this out.
No more dogging, pull it around with you.
Now here's Easy Snappin' by Theophilus Beckford, recorded in Jamaica by Cox and Dodd.
Last night, Papa coming junkies to the cross the door. Go me said no papa, you real gone Easy stopping. Easy stopping.
So yeah, kind of like that. So it could be said, and it has often been said by the people who were there, that Rosco Gordon sort of invented ska and therefore reggae.
Oh, I just want to point this out. If you look in the back studio chat, DJ Faze, Right. He left his Cash App for the book. However, you have to copy it and put it into the main chat so the people could get it because it's in the back chat.
Oh, in the back.
Yeah. Also, remember I brought up that they did a lot of our covers. And remember, I also said nothing new under the sun hasn't already been done. Meaning he just showed when he showed us doing the Gordon Roscoe dance there, right? And then flash to the Caribbean. I said, the Jamaicans get on my goddamn. Like, I really had to chuckle at them copying us because I just brought it up how they did all our covers in the 90s. What I'm saying is they have a history and a pattern of doing our covers and copying off of us, not the other way around. We rather collaborate where everybody get their credit, but they like to do the covers. Get it? Yeah.
Go ahead, FaZe, if you have something to say on that.
Yes, okay, so that's what I was talking about when I said about the covers. Okay, so now listen, and this makes a lot more sense. When we were talking about the records that were inside our parents' collection, when we were talking about that, the way that Jamaicans were able to get any kind of music from the States was they had on some days they were able to get shortwave radio, which could get the radio stations back in those days. And the only music that they were getting really vibing to was our music. Now we had when you do the history of music, basically all genres of music came from us and was stolen. So that's the same thing with hip hop. Rock and roll. Look at jazz. Look at rock and roll. Look at country music. You know, when we started back doing country music, we were looked at as like we stole it from them when they stole country music from us.
Right.
Rock and roll, Chubby Checker, and all of that, Little Richard, that was rock and roll that they stole from us. So then when we're taking it back, look at Elvis Presley, look at all the things, Elvis Presley got it from us. And so that's the same thing. But I just don't believe that we're going to allow it. I don't think that we're going to allow it to happen. And that's what the big pushback is, that we're stepping up and we're not allowing it to happen. And so that's what the whole rigmarole is all about. It's about us stepping up and not having it. Our generation is a little bit, and your generation is a little bit different than the generations before us. So with hip hop, when we were able to stand strong and come together and don't let the infiltrators come into our stuff and keep on doing shows like this, that's what's going to keep us to keep hip hop.
That's
but
right.
if we don't, then they'll take it. The evidence is there that they'll take it just like they took every other genre of music from us.
To make sure you record it, because they will try to scrub this shit off the internet. Make sure you record it, you save it, you put it in the file, put in the what you call that, a flash drive or something, because that's gonna be what they're gonna be working on next. They try to hide it and scrub shit from the internet. So make sure you put as much out and make sure you save and put it to the side too. I'm already doing it. So
right, and also when you hear the right information, just like he said, you have to save that. You have to put it away, and you have to. That I saw you were saying something. They said something about a Jesus guy was in there saying some stuff.
Yeah.
Right now, that's what the reason why he's here is to hear what we're doing. He's here to infiltrate, and to hear the plan, and to know. And so don't think, a lot of times we think that, oh, these are just tellers or whatever. No, they want to hear what they'll say, something opposite of what it is, so that we can give them the correct answer. They'll say the wrong answer for us to give them the correct answer, and then they'll use that correct answer. If you think about it, just look at it. The dates have been going back from when they started at 73, or when they started at 75 or 77. All of those dates are starting to go back further and further since our videos. And I'm talking about since our videos. And so now they're taking the dates back further and further, because their timelines are definitely not matching up with the creation of hip hop. And so you have all these Dr. Columbuses and all of these different people, but they don't even realize they're being used themselves, because there's a bigger agenda. There's a bigger people that are controlling these people that they think are going to be in cahoots with the other people, but the other people don't even care. I just saw something the other day where it was Operation Wetback. Look it up. It happened in the 50s. Operation Wetback. Look it up. And I tell you guys to look it up, because I don't even want to bring it up or say it on here or whatever. But look it up. It's called Operation Wetback. And that'll explain so much to you. It will just explain so much to you guys that you'll understand. Whoa. And that's why they're doing it. That's why this Jesus person came. That's why you have all of these trolls always jumping in and saying this and saying that, so we could give them the right info, and then always asking. I got this troll he's been at me since the beginning of our station, of our podcast, every single beginning, trying to get information, trying to call me a liar, because when he calls me a liar, then I'll say the truth. And then he writes that down. He gets everything down, and he can go back to the first video, and he has several different names and stuff like that. So they do that for our information. So when you just showed this right now about that, now that's something that they know that we got. They know we got this. And it's hard for us not to share with us, because they're there no matter what. I guarantee you, this Jesus person, he has at least 20 names. At least 20 names. So if you block him, he'll come back as another name, and just be listening and listening and listening.
That's what they do.
That's exactly what they do. And I was just like you. Trust me. I was saying the same thing. I would have said, "Yo, come on, get on it, whatever." Listen, I don't even live in the Bronx anymore. And a lot of you guys know that the Charlie Rock had said some stuff, and I was on my way. I came out. I was from where I was at to get to the Bronx, to come to the Bronx, and whatever. And
Charlie Rock don't fuck with me no more. I still love you, Charlie Rock. He don't fuck with me no more. He don't fuck with me no more, man.
So my elders was like, "Boy, what's you doing? What's wrong with you?" And then so just the other day, one of the trolls, just got me so that I was coming to the Bronx. I told him to meet me at this certain place and whatever. And young Blackjack called me and said, "Bobby, what's wrong with you?" And I just laughed. I laughed so hard, because I was on my way. That's what they want to do. They want to stop us. They want to, even this guy on Scorekeepers, he comes in and he threatens to shut down, to get their channel shut down and stuff like that, because that's what they want.
I did a show with that dude, and he kind of rubbed me the wrong way because he was trying. I don't know. He was kind of acting a little bit too tough for me, and it was a little static there. But after that, I was like, "Get the fuck out of here, man."
And so it was like they because they want to get rid of us. They don't want us to be able to tell the truth. And that's why I said about the money thing, to run with the money trail. Imagine all the money that stops when everybody finds out that that was a big hoax, that the pioneers or whatever, the creators of hip hop was not that. So all that money, all that material, all those source magazines, all those everything would be a lie. So look at all the money will stop. And so that's a big thing. So they got to continue to lie. They got to continue it going on. They got to continue it. And so that's these channels and these things is not, they're making it not add up. And a lot of people are looking and saying, damn, yo, all these years we was thinking one thing and it was a different thing the whole time. And so that's
it's a masterful plan to co-opt and conquer. They all, especially the Hispanics, they take on the culture of the colonizer. That's number one. Y'all classify as white. Y'all have the mentality of one and want to play black when you want to, right? We all know this. It's salute to my Puerto Ricans. I love some of y'all. Grew up with some of y'all. A lot of y'all got them Caribbeans. Y'all act like y'all have the same kind of colonialistic mindset. Y'all are exposing it now. We see it. And definitely you got them continental bushmeat eating barracudas. Get the fuck up out of here. So we gonna stop y'all money. You got there right. Y'all been stopping ours.
Right. And that's what it is. Yes, you just hit it on the jackpot. You just hit it. So it's stopping. These channels now are stopping that money flow to them. And now, like, everything turns around. So now we are going to be the original owners of our culture. And that's what they got to try to say.
I just would like to cut in here because we did not mention once how now some of the Africans are saying hip hop started in South Africa. Please, we have a pioneer on the stage. There's no real. I know the 1980 hip hop artists were very Afrocentric, right? Jungle Brothers, De La Soul, A Tribe Called Quest, Queen Latifah, Moni La. So I say that's ludicrous because we were isolated from the continent, and we also received the least number of captives. They were not allowed; those captives were not allowed to practice their culture in such a way that we would be able to retain it. Now, the Caribbean were, the Afro-Latinos were, but with us, what do you say, DJ Faze?
Okay, I'm going to say something, and I want you guys to really examine what I say. Just really examine it. You don't have to take my word for it or anything. Just examine it. Okay, let's go with religion, right? Let's go to Exodus 21, verse 20. And it reads, if a man beats his male or female slave with a rod, and the slave dies as a result of it, then he is to be punished. But he is not to be punished if the slave gets up within 1 or 2 days, because the slave is his property. Okay, so now that's in the Bible. That's the Bible. Now remember, when the Bible was put together or whatever, Slaves were forbidden to read. They were forbidden to read. Remember, listen to what I'm saying. So now, remember this and always remember this. Your God, whoever you love, your God, whoever you believe is your creator, you know that God would never give permission for one man to hit another man and put him in a coma for 1 or 2 days and say that's okay. Your creator would never, ever give another man permission to own you, to use you as their property. So these are the things that are in the Bible. If Columbus never stepped foot on this land, and as cool in our education was to know that Christopher Columbus discovered America, meanwhile knowing that people were here when he would have got here. So these are things that are planned way ahead of time. So look at all the stuff that we have conquered: drugs, homosexuality, poverty, all of these things that were put there for us to be destroyed, and we weren't destroyed, and we keep on surviving and keep on surviving. So to answer your question, we have to realize that the way these things are put to us is just something that we keep on and continue generation and generation to know and to only have as our education. Now that the internet is here, now that there are so many ways to find out. When we were kids, let me just say something. I don't want to bring up my age or anything, but you know what our cell phone was when we were kids? Our cell phone was take 2 cans and you put a string to them and tie them together, and that what we thought was a cell phone. Now, your generation you can talk to somebody in Egypt, you can talk to somebody in Australia, China, anywhere that you need to talk to somebody live on your cell phone. You have the internet to look and do these things. So now is the most dangerous time for them, is because we're getting a true education, and the real people are coming out and saying, so that's their biggest threat. So it's for us to know that what this thing called hip hop was created by us. Imagine really knowing that we created something that's a $1 trillion business. $1 trillion business. So imagine us coming for our $1 trillion. And you have to think about that, people. I love you guys, and that's why I tell you from the bottom of my heart that we have to calculate. See, we've been playing checkers. The people we're dealing with been playing chess for years. And the one thing about chess is calculating and getting right. And knowing somebody's move before they make it. And that's what's happening. So yes, my sister, you do your own diligence, and you find out things, and you go. When you said Alicia Myers, I said, oh my goodness, when Alicia Myers came out, and T.S. Monk and all of those things. Yeah. Yeah,
Maya,
that was when
listen, man.
that's when we were roller skating and coming back to roller skating and stuff like that. You know,
Oh my God. Can I ask you a question? Do you remember the skating palace right there where Cablevision is now? It was
see,
a skating rink,
okay,
wasn't it?
but way before you were born, it was a bowling alley and it was a school. And that's where Mario DJ because there was a carnival there. And this is the early 70s. You said Beach Avenue. On the
Yeah.
other side of Beach Avenue in Bronxdale is where I lived. I lived at 1085 Beach Avenue, which is in the second section of Bronxdale. I lived at
Wow.
1055 Rosedale, which was the first section of Bronxdale. So as soon as you say those things, it just makes my heart just whimper because I know, see, you have, no matter how you slice it, you have a piece of us in you. And that's why I love you guys, because just for you asking the questions, just for you wanting to know is something in you. One thing I'm going to tell you, and then I got to go, is listen, we have a different tempo and a different status inside of us that's passed down, passed down, passed down. So even Africans, and I'm going to tell you straight up, even Africans don't have that. And when I tell you that, I'm telling you as a musician, I can tell you if you dig down to an African and he tells you their tempo and you see their tempo is different than ours.
That's a fact.
There's a reason for it. There's a reason for it. If you look at our tempo and you look at Puerto Ricans or you look at Jamaicans or you look at all of those, they have a different tempo than us. They have a different beat per minute than us. And so we're blessed with that. And that's something that you can't buy. You can't buy that. You can't assimilate that. You can't do that. That has to become within. And just those feelings that you get when you say you want to know the truth, I could just imagine you that record stuck out to you. That record, Alicia Myers, stuck out to you because that was something that the excess of what we were giving out. That feeling was just the excess of giving out. And Skating Palace was before Skate Key and all of those. And Mario used to play, and we used to play in the Skating Palace. Okay, so all of those things that you're feeling is inside, and that's what we need y'all to understand. That's what created hip hop, nothing else. That same feeling that you got, that tempo that's inside of you, that everybody wants so bad, is what really created hip hop. I love you guys. I gotta go. I gotta get up early.
Love you too, brother. You stay
Love
up, brother.
you.
All right.
Yes.
Peace. Yeah, that's
Yes,
dope right
peace.
there. Any last thoughts, man? Close out. I'm getting out of here.
Yes, I just want to say thank you to you for allowing me to grace your stage. I got to meet DJ Kool Herc. I am elated. I got to ask questions and just sit here, listen. Because even though I'm like a 1975's baby, I could hold it down on these panels about who started hip hop. I still was missing some of the pertinent information, and he filled a lot of that in for me. And I am definitely going to buy the book. Just remember to remind me because I'll be going through a lot. So I get brain fog. But I do want to buy it. I do want to support him. And I'll meet you on his live tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time so we could just sit and soak up some more of our beautiful history. Thank you again, Mike.
No doubt, baby. Stay up.
You too. Peace.
And everybody, make sure y'all go follow her. Matter of fact, what's your channel? Give them your channel, Sam.
BX Network.
BX Network.
Network, yes.
Y'all make sure y'all follow her, man. All right, baby girl.
All right, peace.
Peace. Now, I just want to end here. This is where do y'all know the song? Remember that song? I'm still in love with you, boy. Motherfucking Sean Paul, right? And you know, that's the rhythm. Is that just slowed down by? I give it 75 BPMs. All right, this is high tempo. Well, this is a good 80. This is a good 80, 85.
She treat me like dirt. She treat me like sand. Well, she kicked me.
Gotta slow it down. Let's go back to the same thing again. And I swear to God, I'm not even going to talk too much afterwards. I'm out after this. I just want to play that one more again. And you see how they've been cosplaying all of this time. This is what they do. They've been stealing our fucking culture all this time. Before I was born, before you were born, before your mama, before my mom. Well, my mom was born back then. Well, it's been long enough, bitch. 60 years of stealing, hijacking our culture. When is y'all gonna get enough of fucking stealing everything that we do? And we're not just talking about you damn Caribbeans or you Africans or you goddamn Hispanics. The white people been doing this since forever. So we including everybody in the pot. We are the main source. We are the life force. We are the Albert Perry with that 300,000 year DNA. You understand? We are the Henrietta Lacks. This our DNA. This our DNA, which is in our music, has been healing the world since our inception. Y'all are nothing but thieves and cosplayers and smiling in our fucking face while y'all sit at your motherfucking tables and denigrate us and make sure that y'all plan to denigrate us in all levels, on all levels, economically, politically, and all the leads that you want to fucking add on to. Y'all cosplaying and taking what we've created. We have no other choice but to look at y'all as colonizers, not to be trusted. And I said this before, and I'm gonna end here, then I'm gonna play that last part and just get out of here. I'm gonna keep saying this. Y'all think y'all have the right to tell our story. Y'all don't have any claim to our story. Not one iota. Y'all did not influence this. Y'all had no participation in it. This story of ours, our book, our culture, every culture has their own storyline, their own timeline. Everybody has their own timeline. Y'all have a timeline. Any place on this planet, you have your own timeline culturally as a people, as a distinctive group of people on this earth. Y'all have your own timeline of lineage, culture, and so forth, so on. How the fuck y'all niggas think y'all get it? Y'all have the audacity to think y'all are co-authors of our timeline. You think that you are a co-author of our story. You are only a chapter or two in our story, but it's still our story and it's our book. This is our timeline. Y'all motherfuckers just left your timeline to assimilate to ours and think y'all could rearrange shit in the motherfucking house. Y'all did, and we let it, but now y'all got to get the fuck out. Go back to your own house culturally and physically. Get the fuck out of here. So y'all can get mad all y'all want. Y'all get mad at us for exposing your snaking ways. Our lawnmower, our grass is cut, baby. Everybody brought a lawnmower now. Everybody in the FBA culture got their lawnmowers. We all went to, God damn it, I'm about to say Walmart. They sell them there too. We cut in our grass and we just see all y'all snakes. So just get the fuck out of here. Just go. Just go. Y'all can't get mad at us. Oh yeah. I don't care. I can't even see the chat. So if y'all left, bye. I don't care. But if y'all here, good. Look, man. If y'all only mad at us for finding out the truth and exposing the truth, because it shows you as being guilty of bleaching, cosplaying, assimilating, trying to erase and destiny swap, then that's just on you. If you are not trying to help the situation and just being mad at us because we are blowing up the spot and exposing the bullshit, and y'all don't talk to y'all people on y'all end about the things that they are doing, then you are nothing but an enemy. And y'all are arrogant motherfuckers who will get mad at us just by exposing this shit. There's no other way to splice this shit. If we talking street shit, see, they are. Do you understand how serious culture is? Like, they really trying to erase our culture. So that means when we are gone, our children's children will be learning about other people who took on our identity, and we will be lost in the sauce. Our culture, our lineage is important, and we can't, and we are not gonna let niggas take our shit. Either you like it. I hate talking so much because I try to explain as much as possible the way I articulate myself, but I don't care who get mad at me by exposing the truth, man. If we got to be the bad guys to get some straightening, to expose the truth, then we gonna be some bad motherfuckers. Now, this is it. I just want to play this one more again, and I ain't got no more to say after this. I think I said enough. So, kiss my ass in advance. Where we at? Here we go. Y'all been destiny swapping and stealing our shit from the beginning. And guess what? Under this motherfucking chat, under the comment section, they still gonna make it seem like we lying. This is why we can't have these motherfuckers in our circle. They're gonna look at the truth and still say we lying and still call us divisive. And we still got to be the villain. We are still labeled the villain. This is how you know we don't have friends. If anybody look at this truth and still go against it, they are enemy on all levels. And that's it. So kiss my ass.
But first, let's play a little bit of No More Doggin' by Rosco Gordon. Check this out.
No more dogging, fooling around with you.
Now here's Easy Snapping by Theophilus Beckford, recorded in Jamaica by Cox and Dodd.
rire d'entendre. Is stopping.
Who the fuck influenced who, man? Who influenced who? This is imperative to keep this alive. So when they talk all that shit, go come to this video or just look up who's Rosco Gordon. Let me just show you this, and we are over and out. Again, who was a foundational Black American, I may add. Rosco Gordon, 1928, was an influential American blues singer, pianist, and songwriter, a pioneer of the Memphis blues style and a member of the legendary Bill Streeters. Alongside, he's Bobby Blue Bland, and B.B. King. They was a trio at one time. He is best known for hits like Boot It and No More Dogging. I'm just gonna go right here. That's it. Because like he said in that interview there, they could not call or name his style. It wasn't rock, it wasn't country, it wasn't jazz, it wasn't blues. They couldn't identify, they ain't have a word for it. So they call it the Rosco rhythm. Gordon pioneered a distinct offbeat piano shuffle rhythm that directly influenced the development of Jamaican ska and reggae music. I'm out this motherfucker. Y'all have a great night. And if y'all don't share this live, y'all some fucking haters. Please share this live. Share this live. Hit the like. Share. It ain't gonna kill y'all. I ain't asked for a donation. Share this shit. That's all I ask, man. Peace.